Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here, live now on YouTube, and I know I'm a lot later than normal. I normally would be on by around 11 or so, but I ended up going on a lot later tonight. We got back a lot later than I thought, so it was kind of like a lot longer. We had to. I talked about it a little bit on the live show yesterday. The refrigerator that if you guys saw my video showing the tour, showing the refrigerator, like what was in and everything, the thing broke. It was having all sorts of problems, and then like certain TV dinners in there were going bad, like like it got like really screwed up, and so everything was acting up in it. So we had to end up getting a new refrigerator. So basically, everything in there we had to throw away because when they were then they said they were delivering it, they told us less than 24 hours when they were coming, so we didn't have time to go and buy like dry ice or anything. So everything got chucked because you can't put new food into food into a brand new fridge. So we were out buying new things and all that kind of stuff. So that's a lot on here a lot later. But yeah, on here too, I see some people posting them. There are new, there's a thing on the channel called when you guys can be, join the channel to help support the videos and all that kind of stuff. And on there though, I had a person who helped me make logos and stuff like that for it. So like little avatar kind of things that are next to people's channels. So like new members have like a hat, a Coolduder balding hat. So if you guys see that in the chat, that's a thing that you guys get if you join the channel. And then he even made one of a little like Blu-ray case with my face on it. So I thought that was really cool, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you guys didn't see, there's like a join button, and that's how people have those next to their names and everything. But I see a super chat here from Sober Sunsets. He didn't have a question, but thanks so much, Sober Sunsets, for your your $10 super chat. Like I said, guys, really appreciate the super chats. Huge help to the channel. So thanks so much for the support on here. And like I said too, thanks for those of you who have been joining the channel and all that kind of stuff. And I'll think about some exclusive stuff to do too, and like exclusive posts and that kind of stuff on here as well. But we'll start going through the questions and all that kind of stuff on here. Someone says, love the new hat icons. Yeah, yeah, thanks so much. They were made, let me see if I can find it. I have to get the guy's name who made the logos to make sure I say, because I don't know if he wanted his YouTube promoted and everything like that on here. Let me see if I can find his name on here, who made all the icons and everything. I don't know if I can find it. I'll have to look on here. It might be in the general messages on here. Um, yeah, his name on Instagram. I don't know if he wants it known, but his name is GJ is his name. But he made the icons and everything. But like I said, really thanks so much for making the icons and everything on here. But let's see here. What are your thoughts on Bad Kids Go to Hell and Crestview Academy? I saw Bad Kids Go to Hell. I thought that was cool. I mainly watched that too because Mark Donato was in the movie, and I just had worked with him like right around that came out. I had worked with him in the movie Haunted High, so I really wanted to see that one. But I thought that was a cool movie. I didn't like the sequel as much. Someone says, let's see here. What size is your movie collection, movie watching TV? Like my TV size? I don't know how. I think it's like 60 something inches or something like that. It's one of those things where it couldn't be any bigger for the room because I'm not sitting that far back from it. So like I could never have like one of those huge TVs it's like 90 inches, or like those ones that are enormous like you see at Costco or something. I could never have that because I can't sit that far back because of like the closeness that I'm sitting to it. It would never work. Let's see here. Do you still keep in contact with the guy you used to hang around with who was in the Don Murph show? I talked to him for the first time like 2 years ago. I hadn't heard from him for a while, but I haven't heard from him again in a really long time. Audio. Oh, someone says the audio. I fixed it now. I had these headphones plugged in again. So every time I leave these damn headphones in, the audio comes through this thing here. So I've unplugged them now. Yes, so it should be better now. And let's see here. Hey, Sean, have you ever seen the horror anthology Late Night Double Feature? I think I got that horror anthology Late Night Double Feature one in the one of the horror packs, but I never watched that one.
Someone was asking about like the area that I'm in. I don't talk about the area where I'm in, like where I live. So just don't worry about asking about that kind of stuff. I'm real careful with what I talk about where I live and stuff. Let's see here. Hey, Kyle Gass and Jack Black make the D, Tenacious D. I always like Tenacious D. Hey, Coolduder, what is your favorite SNL movie? Mine is Coneheads and Wayne's World. Well, mine, I know it's people don't like it, but mine's definitely It's Pat. Even though it's not the best, I think Coneheads is a better movie. It's Pat to me is one that I watch so many times, so I absolutely love that movie. Rate the three Christian Bale Batman movies. Out of all of those ones, the one that I watch the most is Dark Knight, and then Dark Knight Rises. Batman Begins, though, for some reason uh, I don't know. I don't watch that one as much. I don't dislike it, but I don't like it as much as the other ones. What were you looking forward to Fast 9 before it got pushed back? Yeah, the newest Fast and Furious movie. You know, I've seen all the Fast and Furious movies starting with like part like 5 or I think around 5. I didn't see a lot of the early Fast and Furious movies though. Any new movies you saw? I watched because I see you just asked if I watched Scoob. Yeah, I did watch Scoob. I watched that. I got a digital code to watch that one, and I like that. I'm going to talk more about Scoob on Tuesday. You know, I don't know if I'll talk about it maybe in the car. I'll do like an in the car segment or something talking about it. But yeah, I did like that one a lot. Hey Sean, greetings from Mexico. From Sophia, Nacho, and Miguel. Thanks so much for your recommendations for 80s horror cinema. We love them very much. The very best decade forever. No, I agree. I feel like for horror movies, the 80s is like some of the best stuff. Hey Sean, have you seen Macaulay Culkin? He will be crazy, erotic. Will have crazy erotic sex with Kathy Bates in the next season of American Horror Story. I didn't hear anything about that. I knew he was going to be in it, but I didn't know what was going to happen in it. Hey Sean, I've been watching you since I was like in the 3rd grade. Now I'm a senior in high school. Just wanted to say I'm glad got to grow up watching your videos and seeing your weight loss. Well, hey, thanks so much for watching for so many years. Um, Xenomorph said, "Hey guys, join for only $2." Yeah, if you guys wanted to join the channel, there's 2 different versions of ones that you can join with, but they have like the logos now in front of people's names. So like they have like when you're a new member, you have the Coolduder hat. I'm really glad the guy helped me he made those things for me because I had no idea, how to make them. And let's see on here, make sure I don't miss anything. Um, Super tired, but I saw you were live and wanted to say hi. Found your channel and watched a bunch of your DVD and new stuff. Loved your enthusiasm. You earned the channel name. Well, thanks so much, and thanks for coming on for a minute and checking out the thing. Like I said, I know I'm really late tonight, like much later than normal. Do you think the upcoming Scream will be any good? Would you like to see Matthew Lillard return? I'd like to see him back. I do wish too, when it comes to Matthew Lillard, I really wish they had him do the voice of Shaggy in the new Scooby Doo. Like Will Forte was good, but I just feel like nowadays when you think of Shaggy, you think of Matthew Lillard. At least it's for the last like long time. Why don't you answer me about your parents? It's not really anyone's business about how old my parents are. You know what I mean? Hey Sean, the hats are cool. No, yeah, thanks, Kyle. I'm glad the guy made them. Favorite '70s movie? For a '70s movie, I don't know. One that always comes to my mind is Hills Have Eyes, but there's a lot of other ones that I like from the '70s. Why are you doing these Q&As so often now? I pretty much said I was doing them every Sunday, but for sure that's like the main day, but I do them some Saturdays as well. Do you watch Durant Cinema and are you related? I'm not related to Durant Cinema, but no, I watched Durant Cinema's video and I came on he did a live show a couple days ago and I came on there and was watching some of that one. But I've watched his videos for a long time. I can't wait till he goes back and and does the movie hunting videos again, because his videos were ones that I always watched, every Tuesday. He was one of the main people that I would watch. And I see a thing on here that says welcome to Coolduder supporters. I saw a member made a post here. Yeah, thanks so much for making a post. Let's see here. Favorite Roger Corman movie? Maybe Bucket of Blood. I always really liked that movie. Do you like Metallica? I haven't listened to tons of their music, but I do listen to them. Are you a fan of Criterion Collection? Yeah, there's not everything Criterion is like movies that I'm that interested in, like some of them, but like a lot of the horror related things and like when they were putting out like John Waters movies and that kind of stuff, that's the stuff that I really like. Favorite Dan Aykroyd movie? Probably, honestly, Nothing But Trouble, just because I love the character that he plays in that, and he directed that movie as well. Don Bluth movie. Wasn't that Rockadoodle? Was one of his that I always really liked that he was behind? Yeah. Someone said the sound is better. Yeah, I have to make sure I don't plug in this damn thing. Anytime I plug this in, the audio tries to come through the little speaker thing on it. You said you don't want your parents to go outside due to coronavirus, but why didn't your brother go outside and get food for your parents? Well, I'm the one driving, so I do all the driving. Hey, Sean, sorry I asked this before, but I was wondering if you had any current micro budget indie horror movie director recommendations, like David Sterling Productions, like indie micro budget. There's like a lot of people. It's hard to say like for names, but like Dustin Ferguson, who I've worked with a lot, I would definitely recommend his movies, and he has like and like a streaming kind of thing where you can stream some of his movies, and he also has like I think it's Kanaki, where you guys can order a lot of his movies, and I should be getting some of the new ones that I have filmed for Dustin Ferguson and acted in and everything, and I'll be talking about them in a video soon. But yeah, Dustin Ferguson makes a lot of really fun indie movies and cool indie slashers and that kind of stuff. And I see a $5 super chat from Griff Redux. Thanks so much, Griff, for your super chat. He says, "Evening, bud. Vinegar Syndrome has a big sale on Friday. Any recommendations from them?" Let me look on Vinegar Syndrome's website, Griff, and I'll see some of the ones that I would say are worth checking out on there. Like Dolly Dearest, if you don't have that, Dolly Dearest is a really good one. Let's see. Let me gonna go through the list and see. If you don't have Tammy the T-Rex, Tammy the T-Rex is a really fun early Denise Richards movie, and also stars Paul Walker. That's a really fun, and it also has the R-rated cut of the movie, like the rare R-rated cut. Spookies, that's a great movie. I'd recommend for sure. Candy Snatchers is really good. The Amityville Collection, if you don't have that, a horror comedy on Vinegar Syndrome that really is good is called Unmasked Part 25. And it's kind of like it starts out like a slasher movie, like a guy like Jason Voorhees, but then like when he's about to kill this woman, she's blind and can't see him, and she can't see his deformities and everything, and they kind of start dating, and it's kind of like him trying not to kill her, and it's really good. That's another one I would recommend on Vinegar Syndrome. Let's see, Vineyard. The Vineyard is really good. Hell Comes to Frogtown. There's one on here called Night Owl, which is an early John Leguizamo movie. That's really good. Mountaintop Motel Massacre, about like this crazy woman that works in a motel and is killing the guests. Grandmother's House, that's another really good one about these kids going to their grandparents' house to stay there. Kind of feel like the movie inspired the movie The Visit, which M. Night Shyamalan directed. Let's see if there's any other ones to say for sure. Cutting Class, the early Brad Pitt movie, that's one I recommend. So yeah, those are some ones I would definitely say, Griff, are ones to for the Vinegar Syndrome sale. And like I said, Griff, thanks so much for your super chat donation. Like I said, guys, thanks for the super chat donations. A big help to the channel, so really appreciate them so much. And I see another super chat here from the Fleece 2. He says, "Do you like Universal Monster and Hammer horror films?" Yeah, like actually, Universal monster movies were the first like horror movies that I ever saw. Like when I remember like going and renting stuff from Blockbuster as a kid, I wasn't allowed to watch like really gory or like R-rated horror movies or anything like that. And some of the very first ones that I had ever watched were the Universal horror ones. So yeah, I've always loved those ones. And when it comes to Hammer horror movies, no, I watch a lot of them as well. I haven't seen as many, and I do have with Universal horror. I have that big box set which has like I think it has most of them all together in there. So I have that one as well. And oh yeah, and it even says a thing on here. It says new member. So yeah, anyone who becomes a member, it shows up on here as well. So yeah, thanks so much to the new member who joined as well. And like I said, if you guys are interested in there's a thing on here where you guys can join the channel, and there's brand new logos that go in front of your name. So like when you're in the chats, I believe the logos show up as well on like the comments when people leave comments and things like that as well. Hey Sean, in Haunted High, your character liked ghost hunting shows. Do you in real life? I don't watch lots of ghost hunting shows. I have seen though, like some of them, like some of the main ones like Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunting Hunters. I think I've seen like a lot of those ones, but I don't like actively watch too many of them though. But like I knew enough for like the character and stuff like that. Do you think theaters will still be a thing in this new dystopia? I hope they come back. I think like the big thing now is a lot of theaters are doing the the drive-ins and like drive-ins that have been closed or opening back up and that kind of stuff. So we'll probably see more of that going on. Have you listened to Alice in Chains? Yeah, Alice in Chains was. I know I've heard some of their music. Let's see. Do you watch 911 on Fox? You need to see it. So good. I've seen the first season. I got a copy of the first season to review, and I know they have the other one too. Um, what's the other one? 911, like Dallas or some kind of a spin-off show of that one as well. I think Rob Lowe is on that one. Have you seen The Barn from Scream Team releasing? Do you like it? Yeah, The Barn was a really good one. I was going to shoot something for The Barn too, like this pizza commercial, and I filmed something, and I don't know if it worked though because I didn't have a green screen for it. But I filmed something for The Barn too, like maybe a year ago or something like that. Favorite Treehouse of Horror episode? Um, the one that I always remember, the one I don't remember what the episode was called, like the name of it or anything, but I always remember the one when they buy that house, like a smart house or something like that, and like it was like kind of a parody on a movie. And there was another one when they had a house, and it was like on the the Indian burial ground, and it was kind of a spoof of The Shining. That's another one that I always remember as well. Like Freddy versus Jason, what kind of versus movies would you like to see? Some people were mentioning too, like Chucky, like something with Chucky versus somebody that would be kind of cool to see. If someone offered you to voice an animated Donatello and Ninja Turtles, would you do it? No, I'd love to do like something like that voice work. I've never really done. I do a lot of weird voices. You know what I mean? Like in my own like bad uh, interpretations of voices, like like Roger Klotz. I'm like, hey, funny, suck my nematode, funny. Like they're not good. They're like bad impressions. You know what I mean? Or like the Brendan Mitchell one. Hey buddy. And I know he doesn't sound like that, but like in my head, it's kind of sounds like that. Any SNL fans, check out SNL Superfans on Facebook. Uh, let's see here. What 4K, what Blu-ray or 4K are you most anticipating this year? For me, it's the original Dawn of the Dead from Second Sight. Yeah, that's a great. I'm definitely looking forward to that release. What's the other one that I'm looking forward to from them? From oh, you mean so in general 4K? Definitely the Jaws one. I'm looking forward to that. Also looking forward to if they end up releasing Back to the Future. Someone says, "Are you going bald everywhere?" When you lose your hair, you don't lose your hair everywhere. You lose your hair on your head. You don't lose like your pubes and stuff. What comes out on Tuesday? What is Tuesday? Let me look on Blu-ray.com. I can't remember what the big title is on Tuesday. I know there's a couple things. If that's where I always look. People always ask me where I look for like Blu-ray release stuff. I usually just look on Blu-ray.com and then the digital bits. But let's see what it shows for Tuesday. So it's the 19th. So the big thing Tuesday is Sonic the Hedgehog, the Tom Cruise movies on 4K. So the big ones are Sonic and Onward. Those are the big releases this Tuesday. And there's also like the new Justice League movie, the Justice League animated movie. There's a couple ones. There's The Boy 2, The Way Back, the Ben Affleck movie. So yeah, there's definitely a handful of new stuff this Tuesday. You excited for Marvel's Morbius? Yeah, in that movie, I always call it Mobius for some reason, like man boobs. I don't know why. I always feel like if I parodied that, I'd be like called Mobius. Hey, Sean, have you seen 13 Cameras in the sequel? Yeah, my dad had just watched 13 Cameras today. Was talking about how much he liked that. And when he was watching, I was looking at some of it. It seems interesting. I've seen some of the sequel. I know the sequel is a little different, but I think the first one was the better of the movies. Have you seen Toby Hooper's Crocodile from 2000? I feel like that one needs more love. The Crocodile one from Toby Hooper, I don't know if I've seen that. I've seen like Alligator and some of those ones, but I don't know if I ever saw Crocodile. Have you seen Amos and Andrew with Nicolas Cage and Samuel L. Jackson? Yeah, I believe I remember reviewing that one. Thank you, moderators. Get that ass banned. Yeah, I didn't notice who was in here saying anything bad, but I'm glad to have moderators in here helping and everything. What's your favorite movie with actor Seth Rogen? Probably Observe and Report. I know that's not his best movie, but that's like my favorite one to watch. Hey Sean, I talked about that. Is a plain black hat guy. Tony Romo is a plain black hat guy. Hello from Texas. Hey Sean, what's your favorite? I talked about that. Sean, there's a lot of questions about the Seth Rogen one. Just finished Curb Your Enthusiasm season 10. Loving the series. Might be my favorite comedy. No, I agree with Curb Your Enthusiasm is an outstanding show. I've went back to and been rewatching all the episodes and that kind of stuff, now, but it's a great show. Hey Sean, what's up? I just was watching your Blu-ray shopping videos from 2013-14. I got caught up from last night's chat. Well, thanks so much for going back and looking at some of the old ones. Yeah, there's so many old ones to look back on, and I like when you're on this late early for me in the UK. The badges are looking good too. Well, thanks so much, for making the badges. I really appreciate that. Like if you guys didn't see, members on the channel now have badges next to their name. So like it has like and it kind of moves up. If you click the join button, you can look at what they are. But like it starts out with a Coolduder black hat, and then one of them's like a black shirt, and like the end when you're like a long-term member, it's a Barbie kind of doll. Because if you guys remember the early ones, I said Barbie, and I believe all the logos go next to everyone's names as well. And there's also emojis you can use too, and one of them is like a Coolduder. One is like in a DVD case and that kind of stuff. So they're really fun things on there. And thanks, like I said, those of you guys who have joined the channel as well. Any of you guys who've come on, I'll probably be on here tonight, maybe close to 2 hours or so. So if any of you guys have any super chat donations or super chat questions, and also with the super chats too, you can post links in there. So feel free to link to your channel or link to any videos or anything that, websites or any of that kind of stuff as well. Let's see here. Would you $100 super chat enough to reveal where you live? No, I wouldn't do that. Let's see here. I just say I'm in the San Diego area. I like it when I talked about that. Do you think Robert Pattinson will have white eyes this time? Robert Pattinson Batman will have white eyes? I don't know. I'm interested to see how it all looks. When are you coming out with a Coolduder mask? Serious question. I don't know. I should have like a face mask because I see people are making face masks, and I thought there would be, because you know how people always say I make that big face like this, like that. Like I feel like that'd be kind of cool if there was a face mask of me making like a face like that, or even if it was one that I just had to wear. You know what I mean? Any good Giallo films you recommend? I'm not the biggest fan of Giallo movies, so like I don't know, too many of them to say. Um, would anyone reveal where they live? Let's see here. Dexter, so I could visit him and bring him some flowers. What is your least favorite DC movie? Maybe like I don't know, for least favorite. Maybe Batman versus Superman. Like I didn't like certain things about it, but I still thought it was okay though. Hey Sean, Tyler Cole here. You replied to my PM as Rusty Rama. Appreciate your reply regarding infusion drinks. Currently using Twinings ones, similar Liptons. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, like I was talking about those drink powders that I use. It's because I don't drink sodas or anything, so I do have those tea powder things. What's your favorite part of Romero's movies? Mine is Say Hello to Your Aunt Alicia from Romero's zombie movies. Um, what like my segment, the part of like in Dawn of the Dead is just as it is. Like I just love everything dealing with the mall, and kind of like, and I love when things start to like go to pot in the mall and things go really bad, and that kind of stuff I like. Thoughts on the Garbage Pail Kids movies, good or bad? I mean, it's a bad movie, but it's a great bad movie. It's like one of those great, so bad it's good movies. It's just like a fun watch. Have you seen Psycho Cop? I don't know if I've seen Psycho Cop 1 for sure. I know I've seen part 2 because it's directed by Adam Rifkin. And I always watch his stuff. He saw what's Blu-ray 4K and the most. I talked about that one. Are you aware the retired NBA All-Star point guard named Chauncey Billups? Every time I say, "Hey guys, Chauncey Phillips," I think of Chauncey Billups. No, a lot of people tell me about that. What do you think of Requiem for a Dream? Requiem for a Dream is one of those movies that is so sad that I can't, watch it more than once. I mean, I watched Requiem for a Dream one time, and it was just so depressing that I was like, I cannot rewatch this movie, again. It's an absolutely amazing movie. It's just so sad. Let's see here. Try to make sure I don't miss anything. Where's that here? Favorite air? Let's see. Where am I? And sorry if I get behind and stuff like that. Got to go, Kyle. Good night. Watch manga. I feel like the same guy from yesterday. Do you think Child's Play reboot would be a sequel? I don't know. I don't know if they're rebooting it again. I mean, will the Child's Play reboot get a sequel? I don't know. I would like to see a sequel to it. Have you seen Cargo, 2009 sci-fi movie? I don't believe so. Let's hydrate with the cringy one. Do you like La La Land? Yeah, that's another one of those movies, though. I hate the way the movie ends up. I'm not ruining the ending, but man, it's one of those movies you're like really upset with how it goes. You're like, man, I wish it didn't go that way. Are you going to go back to the movies when they open? Maybe like I'm not going to probably go back right away. I'll kind of see how it goes. You know what I mean? Like see how everything is and all that kind of stuff. And let's see here. 2:30 a.m. here was waiting for him to stream. Yeah, sorry, Kyle, I was on so much later tonight. Like I said, any of you guys who've come on now, yeah, I know I ended up going a little later than I normally do on Sundays. Sean, you might have heard of this. Sean, have you heard when it might be safe to go film projects again? I'm trying to film a student project. Want to make sure it's safe. Well, it's like it all kind of depends by states because like some states are opening up and then like and like shooting stuff now. So it kind of all depends. But there's like a lot of problems for like me where if I was flying to a state, it could be a problem. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to be stuck there in quarantine or something. You know what I mean? Especially if I'm only going to be there, need to be there for like 3 days. I want to be able to leave. You know what I mean? Like that kind of a thing. What are your thoughts about Comic-Con being canceled? Well, I understand it because the problem is, even if they didn't cancel it, it would be such a nightmare figuring out how to coordinate it because of the limited amount of people they would be allowed to allow into the convention center because they get like hundred thousands of people. It's like the busiest event ever, and you literally can't even walk. It's so busy. So how in the world would they do Comic-Con with that amount of people? Maybe if it was a smaller convention though. It would be easier to do, but that the system of the way it is, I don't know how they would ever do it. Do you have a favorite Alfred Hitchcock film? Probably the best. I mean, is always Psycho, but then probably Rope and Lifeboat are ones that I really like as well, and then probably Birds. Um, hey Sean, I live in Jersey. Almost 400 people went to the shore this past weekend. What are your thoughts on that? I personally can't believe that many people broke quarantine to go to the beach. Yeah, people now though are getting a real easier going with like wearing masks and stuff. And like before, we would be walking and stuff, and we'd see someone, they would walk to the other side of the road, or they'd put a mask on. Now I watch all these people with no masks, especially when you see like older people. I'm like, why is this older woman who's like at risk not wearing a mask? So that kind of stuff is very confusing. I see a $2 super chat here from Matthew Roxas. He didn't have a question, but thanks so much, Matthew Roxas, for your $2 super chat. Like I said, guys, I really appreciate the super chat, so thanks so much for the donations and everything. Really help out the channel and the video, so I really appreciate them. And feel free, to ask anything you want in them, as long as they're not anything really, really strange. But, you can ask more weird things in those ones, so don't worry. But just not, like, really personal stuff, you know what I mean? Let's see here. Have you seen I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. I think this is where I was. What are some things that became significantly easier after the weight loss? Well, pretty much like just like living, like going up the steps and everything. And the big thing with me with the weight loss was I had sleep apnea. So like I would wake up gasping for air, and it would be like a nightmare. So that's the one thing now is I don't have that. Like it's much easier for me to sleep, and I don't have like all these problems and stuff. So that's the big thing as well. And I overall feel better after doing it. Great transformation from fit to fat. Um, Kyle, let's see here. Great content. Keep up the great work. Been a long time subscriber. Stay safe. Thanks so much. I hope you stay safe as well. Do you think Nightmare on Elm Street reboot is connected to Friday the 13th reboot and Rob Zombie remake? I don't think they're connected in any way. But all those ones were all right except the Nightmare on Elm Street one. That one is like a movie that I watched once, and I don't know if I'll ever look at that one again. Have you seen Terrifier? If so, what do you think about it? Yeah, Terrifier is a great slasher movie. That is one if you guys haven't seen Terrifier. And I also cannot wait to see the sequel for that one. Chucky versus Leprechaun. Yeah, I would think fit together really cool. You did a great job keeping the weight off. A lot of people don't have your willpower. I'm really trying. I'm trying to, especially now with not being able to go to the gym the same way and do like the same kind of working out that I was. I'm really trying. You know what I mean? Like it's tough. It's a little more difficult though, and to get in all the walking and all that kind of stuff. And there's a lot more stuff to do now too, like a lot more different things and time consuming things and everything. Because like the walk takes like 4 hours to do it, and it's pretty much the same amount of time I would in like at the gym I'd be done in 2 hours doing the same amount on a treadmill. So it's like it takes so much longer and all that kind of stuff. My mom got me the movie The Thompsons for my birthday a few months ago, and I haven't gotten around to watching it. Would you recommend it? I don't know if I ever watched The Thompsons, so I don't know for sure. Corona is in your city or not. I mean, Corona is everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, but it's not. I don't think it's as bad, but it's still, the stay at home kind of stuff. At least where I am. Are you more a boobs or ass man? Kind of tied between both, I guess. Do you, but I don't like implants. You know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of like implants. Do you know the new Power Rangers movie is going to be the time traveling involved? I don't know. It'd be cool if they did. How do the members like the badges? Glad to help the channel with them, Sean. Yeah, like I said, thanks so much though for making the badges. I really love what you put together for them. If you guys didn't see them, you guys can look at all the badges. If you click the join button, you don't have to join it though, but you can look at what they are. But anybody who joins the channel gets like a membership badge, and it kind of like the longer you're a member, it kind of goes and you get a different badge and that kind of stuff. And I'll update and change them as time goes along and things like that. But thanks to those of you guys who have joined the channel. I really appreciate that. So thanks so much. And any of you guys who've come on, I'll probably be on here tonight for maybe close to 2 hours or so. Like I said, I am a little later, but I'll probably be on for that much. Let's see here. Toby Hooper movie is called Eaten Alive. Yeah, that's the Toby Hooper one. Serious thank you to the moderators. Some people in here are just idiots at times. Yeah, no, I know. I'm glad to have moderators on here because it really was. It's tough to deal with that stuff. For me to like, because sometimes I don't see what's going on. Sean, should the peanut butter solution be remade? I don't know if they should ever remake that. It maybe would be even more weird for them to make a strange sequel to it, like somehow, or like a sequel that connects in some way, but you don't have to have seen the other one. Did you watch I Still Believe? No, I have not watched that one. Um, let's see here. Toby Hooper actually directed a movie called Crocodile in 2000. What do you think about lockdowns in California? I mean, it makes sense. I mean, like, but more and more people are going out now, so that's the one problem. Someone says, I've got the signature Coolduder black hat. Yeah, you do. The signature hat. And the hat is the guy who made them. He did it perfect because it's the exact kind of hat that I wear. It's not like some weird looking one. It's like the exact signature hat. Towson has a bad heroin problem. That's what Mike said. I didn't know that. I haven't been back to Towson though in 10 years. So like, I'd like to see it again, at least to go there and vlog it or something. Which Chucky would win in a fight, the original or the 2019 Chucky? Well, maybe the new one, Mike, because it has all this technology and stuff behind it. What do you think about this Lighthouse? Probably one of the best horror movies lately. Yeah, that's that's an out there movie. It's not the kind of movie that everybody would like, but I thought it was. I mean, like cinematography and the way it was shot, and has like a lot of great quotable lines. Do you guys think Halloween season is going to be canceled due to coronavirus? I think a lot of those Halloween events and the haunted houses and stuff like that. It'd be interesting to see how they do all that. Sean, are you a robot? Saw wires poking out of your hat? No, I don't think I don't think I am. What's the most historic thing that has happened to you in your lifetime? Historic thing? I don't know what has been historic. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had anything historic. Hey, Sean, it's Wee Ling from high school. Can I get a poot poot? I don't know. Hey, Sean, did Paramount send you the 4K Tom Cruise movies? Yeah, I showed the 4K ones, I think in the last video. Giallo films, Suspiria, Deep Red, Torso. Yeah, Suspiria, I guess you would consider that Giallo. So I do like that movie, though. I watched Batman v Superman. People called it trash. I thought it was okay, but there are some bad elements. But Ben Affleck is my second favorite Batman ever. Lex Luthor in the movie was bad. Yeah, I mean, like Ben Affleck is okay as Batman, but I love Michael Keaton so much. Wait, pause. So this is not Detroit Piston professional basketball player? No, I'm not Chauncey Billups. Do you think Marvel Cinematic Universe is bad for cinema? No, because I mean it keeps people going to the theater. I mean, it was keeping people going to the theaters. Do you remember the line? What this is from? Don't use glitter paper, you son of a biatch. I don't know what that's from. Everyone's posting that. Hey Sean, can I buy your collection? I pay you top dollar. No, I'm not selling them. I feel like it's kind of like I'll die with them. You know what I mean, like that. Why'd you move to California? We just kind of got tired of Towson. Like we didn't have like grandmother passed away. We didn't have anybody there. It was kind of like we needed a change. And I feel like if I lived in Maryland, I'd probably still be fat or probably gone. I would have probably not lived because the weight would have just kept going up and up and up and like never stopped. Um, Football is doing well during this. Let's see here. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Um, let's see. I see. I think this is where I was. How hype do you think next year's San Diego Comic Con is going to be? I'm sure it's going to be pretty crazy next year, but they only can let in so many different people at a time. I think they're going to do like an online Comic Con though, so they may be doing like there may be like some Comic Con exclusives available online. Maybe I don't know for sure though. Do you think it's too late for it? I'm not sure what the question was. Have you ever been to Louisiana? No, I have been to Louisiana because I was there 2 different times because that was where the movie Ghostquake and Ghost Shark filmed. So I was there for those ones. I see our area getting more ceases just because people think their area opening up on Friday precautions don't exist anymore. Fed up with people. Family Guy or South Park? Definitely South Park. Do you watch sports? Not really too much sports. What are your thoughts on Scarface getting a reboot? I don't know. I don't know how that would be. I mean, I'd watch it, but I don't know. I feel like that the original one is such a great movie. Sean has recommended Ticks so many times. Yeah, Ticks is a great movie. Is Pan's Labyrinth a good movie? I definitely recommend that. Old people have lived. I see them with no mask, giving no shits. Yeah, they don't care. Some of them just are not paying. Like I don't know. Thanks for talking to us, Sean. I look forward to live chats. Well, thanks so much for checking them out. And thanks, guys, who've come on here. I know it's really late. And if you guys have any super chat questions, feel free to ask whatever you want. I'll pretty much answer anything on here. Like I said, I really appreciate the super chats. Thanks so much, guys, for the support and all that stuff. Really appreciate them and a huge help to the channel. And also, thanks again for those of you guys who have joined the channel as members of the channel and everything. Have you seen The Two Popes? One of the best scripts ever. I've heard about that show. I need to watch that. The Jordan documentary was awesome. I need to check that one out as well. Head from Louisiana. Do you think movie theaters will still be a thing along with TV shows as we move closer to all streaming way of viewing media? I think like Universal is doing all that stuff. The moving towards they want to like release things in theaters at the same time, but then the theaters don't like that. I don't really mind it because it's kind of like, well, some movies are not really, you don't have to see in a theater, like certain types of stuff. Where's the best burrito in San Diego? I don't honestly know because I don't go to a lot of like smaller places, so I don't know. I saw a movie called At the Door. Sean, have you seen it? I've heard of that. I don't think I've seen that one. What movie that you've been in has been the most successful? The most successful I think Girls Gone Dead because that one got talked about a lot on Howard Stern and got a lot of attention. So that would probably be the most successful of all of them. But like Dead Ant, like that plays on like Showtime all the time and stuff like that. Are you excited for Candyman, like the new Candyman? Yeah, I can't wait to see that one. Let's see here. Have you seen Swamp Ape? No, I've not seen that one. Have you ever watched John Waters' classic Pink Flamingos? Yeah, I've seen. I think I've seen every single John Waters movie. Where's Lulu? Lulu's downstairs. Um, let's see here. We are the badge guys. Here are the badges, guys. Yeah, Kyle posted looks at what the badges are. What do you think of the upcoming Avatar sequels? I never even watched the first Avatar. For some reason, I'm not that interested in those. Have you seen the 2009 movie The Canyon? Yeah, that's one of those ones I remember I missed buying that in one of the thrift stores, and I always regretted it. And I'm always looking for that one and never see it. Do you own The Midnight Hour? That's one of those out-of-print movies that me and Danny are always looking for. We never have luck finding that one. That's like a dream thing to find. Have you joined the Disney Movie Club? No, I've never joined the movie club. I remember like when I did something with Time Life, I never got calls. Like the calls like never ended from like joining that thing. So I've never really joined any of those other kinds of clubs again. Things. When are you actually on Animal Crossing? I'd love to visit your island. Usually like weird times in the morning, like 7 a.m. my time and stuff like that. Or you're a fan of Adult Swim shows like the Eric Andre show? I've never really watched that show, but I watched like Tim and Eric shows. So like the new one that they had, Beef House, I really like that one. I like the one Trop Cops. That I don't know if that's going to happen again, but it was from the the creator and director of Greasy Strangler. Does anybody in your family drink? No, nobody in my house drinks. Is there? Let's see here. I see someone. Did he? Oh yeah, someone just joined here. Thanks so much though for joining the channel. His YouTube channel is VML3615. Thanks so much for becoming a member of the channel. Really appreciate the support. Like I said, thanks guys who have been joining the channel. Let's see here. Making sure I don't miss anything. I think this is where I was. There is a clatterboard on and a Barbie too. Yeah, those are some of the other ones too. Have you movie club? Talked about that. Lighthouse is an artsy horror. Yeah, I mean it's more of an art film. Have you seen The Wrong Missy on Netflix? Yeah, I know that's a new David Spade movie. I need to look at that one. The trailer looked kind of goofy, but if you guys have watched that one, let me know how that one was. I'm watching The Crow with Everett Furlong, who plays the Crow. Yeah, that was the third movie, Crow movie. Yeah, that was. I remember liking that one. Favorite movie about animals? Like as a kid, I always loved, Bingo and Milo and Otis. Those were ones that I always liked. I know Milo and Otis though was kind of problematic because like I remember hearing that they like mistreated the animals and there was a lot of weird stuff going on behind the scenes of that one. Sean, can you show us your men-to-men porn collection you've been hiding in your closet all this time? I don't actually own many adult films, honestly. I mean, I really don't. I mean, not really. Everything is there online. Um, let's see here. Do you still consider Marvel Netflix shows as connected to the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Well, they don't really connect the shows too much. You don't see the same characters. So I mean, they're in the same universe in a way, but not exactly. I'm surprised you've only been to Louisiana twice. Fun place. No, I'd love to go back again. If there was ever any film or anything like that, I'd go back again too. The glitter paper line is from the Donnermuth Christmas gift exchange video. MJ gave you gifts wrapped with glitter paper, and you said that. Oh, I said it. Oh, I don't even remember. See, yeah, see, people remember things that I said that I don't even remember. So I don't even know sometimes. Um, let's see here. I talked about someone said about the Blu-rays coming on Tuesday. I talked about those ones earlier in the video. Do you think Elvis Presley's alive? I mean, people always say that about those, like, oh, I spotted Elvis and we saw Elvis. So I don't even know. I doubt it though. Have you seen Beyond the Black Rainbow? Yeah, Beyond the Black Rainbow was from the same director who did, I believe it was the same director who did Mandy. But that's a great movie and really great synth music in that as well. Do you consider? I talked about that. Let's see. I purchased quite a few Vinegar Syndrome movies, mainly movies I had on VHS. They do such a great job polishing up the old movies, I have to say. Yeah, they're actually, I think Vinegar Syndrome is the absolute best for transfers. I think they're one of the top. They do an amazing job cleaning up the transfers, and where they find some of these prints, I don't even know. I mean, like these things that you would never expect to see in this kind of quality. If Daredevil comes in Marvel Cinematic Universe, I hope he gets to be a bit more classic comic accurate suit, like a completely red spandex suit. I hope too if they do bring it to Marvel and they make into that universe, I hope they keep it R-rated still. Let's see here. Not like I have to go to work tomorrow. Laugh out loud. What are some misconceptions of YouTubers' life? I feel like guys work an hour a week. Well, yeah, some people think like, oh yeah, it's like not a whole lot that you do, but yeah, you're kind of always with me, like I'm always shooting stuff throughout the week. You know what I mean? Like little bits of things, or watching stuff to review for the videos, and then like I have shoot things in sections. Like I shoot the review portion, and then probably either really like a couple hours from now I'll film the reviews for Tuesday, or maybe tomorrow sometime. And I mean a lot of different things. So and it's a lot of different work, but I love what I do. I love doing these videos, and like I said, I really appreciate you guys all with the support of the videos, and those of you who've been helping with the super chats and becoming members of the channel and all that kind of stuff. I appreciate all that stuff so much, like more than you guys can imagine. Let's see here. Have you seen the documentary about Kane Hodder? Oh yeah, that's a really good documentary on Kane Hodder. Do you know the guy Film Fan 108? Yeah, he's the guy who does the thumbnails, and he looks exactly the way I do in the thumbnails. I've seen his stuff, but his videos are really long because like if he goes in a store, he like is in there and he's like in the store for like 45 minutes, like picking up everything. Brian Flores sucks, but that Daredevil got canceled. Have you seen, Sean? Do you have weird eating habits during the coronavirus? I do. Well, I mean, it's a little weirder than normal. It's not exactly like the same thing, but yeah, it definitely is a little weirder. I thought Girls Gone Dead was low budget. No, Girls Gone Dead was lower budget, but it most successful because it got a lot of attention. Because the thing is, in this day and age, the way movies are released, you never know what's going to kind of hit, you know what I mean, or what's going to do well or get a lot of attention. So it always kind of doesn't really matter anymore what's big, or you know what I mean. They're all so the same in a weird way. Favorite David Lynch film, probably Blue Velvet and then Wild at Heart are two of my favorite ones to watch. What's your top favorite trauma films? Probably Class of Nukem High, Toxic Avenger, and then Terra Firma are the ones that I really like. Do you think physical media will slowly die after this pandemic, or do you think the pandemic has helped promote the need for physical media? I think more people are buying movies now. I think there's a lot more people buying things and having the copies and all that kind of stuff. And I think too, a lot of people are realizing too, you get a digital code with a lot of them, and to buy them, it's like the same price, so to get the actual disc and a digital code. So it's kind of like, why not? You've never seen the first Avatar? Yeah, like back in the day, me and MJ, everyone wanted us to see it, and we didn't want to watch it, so we pretended like we watched it. We never watched it. I don't know why. For some reason, like everything about Avatar, I just don't want to watch it. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about that. I have the Midnight Hour on DVD is worth hundreds, but the movie is on YouTube. Yeah, I know it. I believe I saw that was on there. I would love to find that DVD though, like for cheap somewhere. I always dream of going in somewhere where the guy doesn't know what it is, and then is selling it for real cheap. Fantasy Island was not good. Very disappointed. Only redeeming quality was the two party guys. Yeah, those guys were great in there. But no, it's. I mean, sometimes it's fun to watch a terrible movie. You know what I mean? Like I like watching terrible movies. What celebrity you met were you disappointed to meet was a total jerk? Nobody like that I didn't that was kind of like I didn't like that much. Like Richard Mall wasn't the nicest guy. That was kind of like the only person I would say. Wrong Missy is great. I never laughed so much in a long time. So I definitely need to watch that. I always like David Spade and everything, so he is wearing kind of a funny wig in it though. Like he's wearing like a wig that looks like his old haircut from like the days of like Tommy Boy. I mean, because I looked at the trailer. Have you seen Roar with Tippi Hedren? Yeah, no, I saw that one. That was too. There was all kind of troubles with making that and everything. Um, do you have in your collection Faces of Death? Yeah, I have the first film. I don't have any of the other ones. What do you think of Disney packaging on Fox titles, like the Ultimate Collector's Edition? Personally, not a fan. Yeah, it does have that thing on the bottom. You know what I mean, that they're using. It's like, so I don't love that too much. Did you see Sweethearts, the 2019 Blumhouse film? It was pretty good. Oh, it was great. No, I've not seen that one. In your childhood, did you watch Action Man? It was a spinoff of G.I. Joe. The villain was Dr. X. No, I never heard of that one. Did you watch The House with the Laughing Windows? I've not seen House with Laughing Windows. Let's see here. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything. I bought Avatar Sight Unseen, which it came out because of all the hype. I still don't think I watched it. Yeah, I think a lot of people probably bought Avatar and may have never watched it. Recently. Sometimes if a movie gets talked about so much, I'm not the same way as nowadays, but back in the day, if I heard people talk about it so much, sometimes I didn't like to watch it for some reason. Let's see, Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey, great Disney classic. Yeah, Homeward Bound, that's a great movie. Uh, do you wish they did Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire? Yeah, I love Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Like I would, even now, I would love to see him come back again. I doubt it would happen, but I'd love to see that. Have you been to drive-in movies here in my area? There's only one drive-in. I found out there is a drive-in sort of near me, not super close, but and I was looking at what they had. It was nothing that I needed to see because it was Invisible Man and Trolls, and I haven't seen Trolls yet. But if they have other stuff, I'm gonna kind of watch and see what they have. Maybe I'll go and make like a video going to it, and like see a movie there. And like I can't show the screen or anything, but kind of document what it's like at a drive-in. It might be kind of interesting to see. Um, let's see here. Have you seen the vampire TV series Kindred? I watched a couple episodes of that because I got that to review. I thought that it was okay. I didn't like love it though. Let's see here. If you had a time machine, what year would you go to? Um, Probably like sometime in the 80s, and like kind of look at certain things, like go in like some of the malls that I liked in the 80s, and kind of like find a way to go there and film certain things. That would be kind of like I would love to find a way to document it, even if I could film it on like a VHS camera, or film it like on like a digital thing and then hide the camera in like a you know, time capsule or something and open it then, or I don't know, something weird so I could document the footage. Weirdest thing you got in a PO box? I don't remember what I got weird. I think it was mainly like a lot of movies and that kind of stuff, but I don't think there was anything really weird, in the PO box. If you had, let's see, Sean, do you listen to AC/DC or any heavy metal music? Some, not a ton of heavy metal. I lost 90 pounds last year and currently have gallstones too. Should I have remove my gallbladder? Watch your old video on the topic. Yeah, I'd recommend it. Because I had so many gallbladder attacks, so I would definitely recommend having it removed. Because to me, I don't feel like it's something I definitely do not regret. Let's see here. Second thoughts on raffling your collection. Steelbooks are overrated. I like nice embossed slipcover. Steelbooks require too much maintenance coming from a fellow collector. Now, I don't buy tons of steelbooks. I like some of them, but I do know what you're talking about. Like, I think sometimes I think slipcovers can be a little bit cooler. But the thing is, there's some really cool steelbooks, but then there's some steelbooks that really have like a real generic kind of look to them. Let's see here. What's the bravest thing you've ever done? Brave? I don't know. I don't think I'm that brave sometimes. So I don't know if I've done anything like really brave. So I don't know. I really don't know if I've done anything really brave. Um, let's see here. Sean, would you ever make a movie with Brendan Mitchell, a wet movie guy? Well, me and Brendan did some movies together where we were like in some scenes together and stuff like that. But like nowadays, he kind of talks really negative on low budget horror movies and indie horror movies, and he kind of has like a chip on his shoulder about them. So like I definitely wouldn't work with him now because he kind of talks negative about like some of the stuff, and I know he's kind of talking about me sometimes when he talks about him, and I don't like that. Because it's kind of like it doesn't. It doesn't involve him. So if he doesn't like the movies, it doesn't matter. He doesn't have to watch them or anything. What's your favorite Friday the 13th film? Probably the fourth movie that because I always like Crispin Glover in that. Have you ever thought about doing a watch party like Netflix or a cast? Maybe something like that. Did you get Tiger's Not Afraid yet? Yeah, I got a steelbook of that one. I thought that was actually an interesting movie. I'm going to talk about that one on Tuesday. Have you ever counted your entire collection to an exact number? I never have. I should though, but I never have done it. But it'd be kind of impossible because I have some movies that are kind of put away and all that kind of stuff. Witness any fights or arguments at cons? No, I've never seen anything like that. Does Wet Movie One take jokes very well? He seems to get easily offended. I don't think so. He does honestly. I think like he's some people when they can kind of dish something, they could kind of make jokes on somebody else, but if a joke comes to them, they get like really offended and don't like it. That's kind of how he is. Like he can kind of make jokes at other people's expense, but if you kind of make any joke about him or anything, he hates it. But he also is the kind of likes to, get attention for certain things. So sometimes if he's doing that, just keep in mind it's a lot of that is attention. It's not usually he doesn't care. What are your thoughts on Collateral with Tom Cruise? I haven't watched that since that first release, but I do remember liking it when I saw it. Avatar is overrated too. James Cameron seems like he could be kind of a dick, maybe not. I think he's just kind of obsessive with his stuff. Someone said laugh out loud. Richard Mole. I can see him being a bit of an ass. That dude from Night Court, right? Yeah, that guy. Because I asked him how things are going, and he's like, it's horrible. I don't know. He just had like a strange sort of attitude a little bit. Like if I found out he was in a movie that I was going to be in again or something, I'd be like, okay. Have you seen the Florida Project yet? Did you cry? Yeah, yeah. I used to always take trips to Florida, so I always loved Florida. And the one writer of Florida Project watches the video, so that was really cool because I met him at a convention with Josh Sussman, and I had no idea, so I thought that was pretty cool. Wasn't Avatar the first Blu-ray released? I don't know if that was or not. Faces of Death. I remember renting those at the video store. I never saw any of the sequels. Like I said, I saw the first one and have that one. Did you ever see Silver Lining Playbook? Yeah, that's a great movie. Julio, you broke. Save the 50 for food. Let's see here. Trying, like I said, trying to make sure I don't miss anything. And those of you guys who've come on now, thanks so much for coming onto the show. And I'll probably be on here close to 2 hours or so, maybe not exactly. If any of you guys have any super chat questions, the super chat is on, so feel free to ask anything you would like, any questions about anything, even weird ones. And like I said too, I really appreciate the support. So thanks so much to the guys who have been supporting the channel and the videos, and also thanks too for those of you guys who've become members of the channel as well. And they have avatars now that are next to yours of like related things to the channel, like Coolduder hats, t-shirts, and all that kind of stuff as well. Let's see, greetings from Astoria, Europe. No kangaroos. You don't know medieval times from me. I've never been to medieval times. Traces of Death was better, more gory footage. Why death metal plays? Yeah, I've never seen the Traces of Death one. Sean, do you agree with me? The Dollar Tree have the same crappy DVDs and Blu-rays when they get them in every time. They see the same ones every time. Well, there's some of the ones that they bring out all the time that kind of don't sell, but there's always usually about 50% of them are new though, in there. How often did you have gallbladder attacks? I used to have them. They were usually like maybe once or a couple times a month, but then they were happening all the time. And then I was like kind of cutting things out all the time, like going, okay, so I think this food might have given me a gallbladder attack. Then I wasn't eating that. So I was constantly like removing things from my diet. And then it got to the point where it was like, what can I eat? You know what I mean? That's what it was kind of like. So then I was like, I got to have this removed. And I had this bad attack and I was in the hospital for it. So I'm like, okay, time to do it. It's a shame about new Blu-rays not coming out with slips on them. I just ordered Call the Wild on Blu-ray the other day and disappointed it might not come with a slip. I don't think it has one because when I saw it in Walmart, I didn't see a slip either. What's the most you won at a casino? Maybe I won like $500 or so. Um, let's see. Yeah, and my brother I think won like 1,500 once, like maybe 8 years ago or 9 years ago, whenever it was when we first moved out here. One of the first times we went to a casino, he won big money. House of Laughing Window was one of the creepiest horror movies ever made. I definitely need to watch that one. Tom Holland wanted Tobey Maguire to be cast as Uncle Ben in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Would you agree with that? But that'd be really cool. I would love it. Tobey Maguire hasn't acted in a long time either. I don't think he needs the money, but I would love to see him do something again. Thanks for answering my question, Sean. No problem at all. Would you like to see a third Tron film? I think those are fun movies. And maybe we'll see another one because Disney is going to be opening up the Tron roller coaster out in Florida, and that might bring even more attention to it. Um, MJ, what's the biggest budget Hollywood film? What's a big budget Hollywood film they remade that you wish they hadn't? Um, I feel like the one that we're gonna wish that they didn't make, and I know it's going to Disney Plus, is probably the Home Alone one. I feel like that one might be kind of like, ugh. I'll watch it though. How did you decide on the name Coolduder? I kind of just like randomly made a name. Like I'm so glad that at least I didn't make a bad name because I didn't even know what YouTube was when I made it. I was just kind of like making a channel just to post stuff up on. Hey guys, please hit the like button. Come on, fellas. Yeah, any of you guys who are on here, definitely give this video a thumbs up. And just I don't think it makes a huge difference when you're live, but I think it shows up on people's stuff. You know what I mean? Thoughts on on Westworld, the movie. I love both the Westworld films. Did you watch Alien Factor Metamorphosis? I don't think I saw that one. Any plans to attend a convention in the UK, possibly Marvel, MCM London or London Film and Comic Con? Well, I applied for a passport, but I don't know if I'm ever going to get it because of what's going on right now. But I would love to get out there again. I never not out there. Out there for the first time. Let's see here. Been watching Rush Hour Trilogy. Oh yeah, those are really fun films. Avatar, more like Av Bor. Sean, you're a big crier. No, yeah, I'm a real I'm one of those people that always cries to movies. I think somebody said something about Galveston here. Let's see here. As for being brave, I think being open about your weight loss journey and about to be in so many movies when you were heavier proves that you are more brave than I think. I guess like that's a brave thing, I guess, in a way, to have decided to lose the weight and then like not be afraid of doing it because it may can't make it so I wasn't able to do any more acting or anything. Because I did worry that, but I'm like, well, my health is more important in the end. But luckily enough, acting wise, things have been okay lately. So because for a little while I wasn't sure if I was going to keep doing it. Maybe like 2 years ago, I didn't know. After I lost the weight, I'm like, am I gonna keep doing this or? But now I've been doing more than ever, so I'm really lucky. I'm really lucky that I've been able to do it, and I've been having all these cool opportunities of things to do. Let's see here, Sean. Do you think the Alien franchise? What do you, Sean? Do you think the Alien franchise and Blade Runner franchise exist in the same universe? Do you think the crossover will see the light of day? I don't know. I don't know how those would work. I think that'd be interesting to see, though. Let's see here. House of House the Second Story best sequel title. Yeah, the second House movie was fun. Let's see. I need a cabinet to a store, 100 Blu-rays, probably with doors and not cheap and wobbly. Any suggestions? Or should I just use a plastic tote? Well, if it's only 100, I don't know what I would say for a cabinet, because a cabinet would probably hold a lot more than that. Who was the coolest star that you met? Coolest star? I don't know, because I met so many different people. The coolest person to talk to, I'm trying to think. Probably, some of the people that I really like to talk to at conventions, like Bill Moseley. If you ever see him at a convention, he's a really nice guy. Definitely recommend talking to him. Michael Berryman's a really cool guy. Sid Haig, who passed away, he was always cool. He would always talk to me on video. Every time I saw him, I would just talk to him. There's certain people that are just kind of really cool to talk to, and they're there not just for money. They're there to talk to the fans, and you can tell with some people who are at a convention who are there just for the money, and then some people who are there literally because they just love their fans and want to give them a good meet and greet and all that kind of stuff. Do you have any horror clothing lines, socks or shirts? I have some horror stuff, but I don't wear too many like shirts with stuff on them. Approximately how many movie discs do you own? It's thousands upon thousands. I couldn't say for sure, but it's got to be like something over 5,000. Let's see here, and I see a $10 super chat here from As Told by Gonzo. Thanks so much, As Told by Gonzo, for your $10 super chat. Like I said, guys, really appreciate the super chat so much. Thanks so much, and a huge help to the channel. So thanks for the support. But his question was, "Hey Sean, I'm a short filmmaker. I'm a short filmmaker from Seattle. Any advice for people who want to move to LA? What is the indie scene like? Sincerely, a longtime fan." When it comes to the indie film scene out here, there's actually a lot more, and especially in the last few years, I feel like there's been a lot more going on out here. So like coming out here, there's a lot of different people, and I would definitely too like look up. A good way too to find out about projects that are going on is to look on stuff like Kickstarter and Indiegogo, because you can kind of see movies that are kind of in production, movies that are people working on, and you can always check too things like Craigslist. But I would also recommend like friending on Facebook a lot of like indie filmmakers, and you can kind of follow what they're doing, and you can always contact them and talk to them about what you do, and that would be a big thing that I recommend as well. And also the good thing about LA and being out in California areas, there's also a lot of movies that are filmed in Vegas. There's a lot more in Vegas, so it's really easy to get there as well. So it's definitely a good area because it's not too far if you go to Texas, because because a lot of movies cast out here, but they shoot all over. You know what I mean? But there's definitely a lot of indie movies out here for sure, though. And like I said, thanks so much though for your $10 super chat. I'm not a really big horror fan. I mean, I like Halloween as much as the next guy, but I guess I'm more mainstream. Have you seen the Maniac from 1981? It's on YouTube. Yeah, Maniac. I just actually got the 4K disc of that one to review, but I've seen that movie a lot. That's a great movie. My favorite movies are the National Lampoon Vacation movies, Back to the Future Part 1. Have you seen Mystic River with Sean Penn? Incredible movie. Yeah, I haven't watched that in forever, but that's a great movie. Sean, Sean, what clicked in your head and said F it and I'm losing the weight? When it comes to losing the weight, I had the cellulitis attack. Like I said, I had to go to the hospital. And I spent the night in there, and I was on all this medication and everything. And when I was in the hospital, I was having these like bad like dreams and visions of myself like having a heart attack and all that. And basically, when I was in the hospital that night, I was like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm tired of being so heavy. I'm done. I'm going to lose the weight. And that was kind of what did it. And then from that point on, I changed everything I was eating and little by little made changes. And so I'm glad I did it though. So in a weird way, even though the cellulitis was a terrible thing that happened to me, I'm glad it happened because it happened, I feel like, for a reason. Would you like to see a sequel to the Belko Experiment? I love that movie. I wish that movie got more attention, so I definitely would. What are your thoughts on the movie Vivarium? Vivarium was excellent. That was with Imogen Poots and Jesse Eisenberg, and they move into this, or they're looking at new houses in this big housing development where all the houses look the same, and they're in there. And they end up getting trapped in the development, and they can't find a way out. And it's a really interesting movie. It feels very much like a Twilight Zone episode. Um, let's see here. So it's just something about 1,500 calories a day. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything here. Yeah, Sean, are the 1,500 calories the same? Like, will I lose weight even if I drink soda and have a burger as long as it's my 1,500 calories? Yeah, with the calories, it's kind of all about the making sure you burn more than you eat. So you technically, you wouldn't be able to get as much food eating like certain things that are really high calorie. You'd kind of be like, oh man, my 1,500 calories a day are gone, quicker if you because but you technically you could do it, eating that. It's not like you couldn't eat a certain thing. Like technically, somebody could go and be like, oh, I'm gonna eat a whole carton of Baskin Robbins ice cream or something. I mean, that wouldn't be a smart way to do it with your calories, but you could do it. You know what I mean? Um, what's your favorite horror movie so far in 2020? Like when I was talking about Vivarium, that one was really good. William Dafoe, I think, is one of the most underrated actors of all time. He should have won 2 Oscars right now. Your thoughts? No, William Dafoe was great. He was also one movie he was in called Light Sleeper that nobody's seen. It was a really great movie as well. Hey Sean, have you ever thought about directing a feature? Loved Your Us parody. Yeah, there's 2 movies that I really want to make. One of them is this crazy horse movie, and the other one is like a movie about like a weird guy who buys like a perk to be in a horror movie. I feel like I definitely really want to try and do those. What series have you been watching at the moment? Well, there's a new show on HBO called Betty. So I've been watching that show, and that show is a spinoff of the movie Skate Kitchen from a couple of years back. That's one of the new ones I'm watching. Do you like the movies The Dentist, High Tension? High Tension is one of my favorite horror movies. Yeah, High Tension is great. The Dentist, though, I'm always freaked out by Dentist as it is. So I don't watch The Dentist too often because it just creeps me out. Let's see here. Uh, do you like? I talked about that. If you watch movies on Amazon Prime, check out Swamp Ape. I think you'd like it. Good, bad movie. I'll definitely check that one out. Sean, you doing a Blu-ray and DVD video Tuesday? Yeah, I'm trying to never miss doing those on Tuesdays, unless I was like out of town for a project or something. I'm trying to, for the most part, do them all the time. And there's a couple of different things coming out on Tuesday that I'm definitely going to get. Have you watched Cabin by the Lake and Return to Cabin by the Lake? I do have that. I have to figure out where I put that, but I definitely need to watch those movies. Which silent film remake would you prefer? London After Midnight or Metropolis? Metropolis would be kind of cool to see that now with like the technology now and how they would do it. I'm a big crier too, but yeah, like I said, I always cry to like sad movies and all that. I mean, like I get really emotionally involved with certain movies. Um, how far did that Kobe Bryant copter? How far from you did the Kobe Bryant crash happen? Oh, that's not anywhere near me because I'm in the San Diego area, so that was more in LA. So it was like, I think like it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours from me. Um, your willpower is not junk food is kind of amazing. I would eat bad. Well, I try not to eat bad stuff. There's certain times like if I'm paying attention to what I'm eating though, I do have like certain things, but not like I did. Not at all. I don't have like a whole thing of Oreos, like a whole sleeve of Oreos, and all that kind of stuff that I used to do. Hey Sean, did you see the Brendan Mitchell video on Friday? He was supposed to be drinking hard liquor and was drinking water. He was taking money from people who were or pissed, calling him fake. Like I said, I can't say for sure on what he was drinking, but like my opinion on the whole thing was the buzz balls. If you guys saw Wet Moody's video, the buzz balls, and then like the beer, those were real. And I think he had this other little bottle of thing which was real, but that big bottle they kept taking swigs out of and taking shots of, I'm pretty sure that was water because he said he got it from Aaron, and Aaron is the king of scripting out the vlogs. And like everything that Brendan does, they have these like script things out. I don't know why when they get together, I don't particularly like the vlogs of them together because it's always set up. like they go down the alleyway to buy like gummies. I'm thinking like these things are legal. You can go to the store and buy them. Why are you acting like they're not something? Like there's something bad. Like all that kind of stuff, this fake stuff, and then the around the town, the movie too. Out and about the movie too was all set up. All that kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, I thought it was a weird thing. I think Brendan should have done like him like eating weird foods or something like that, not like drinking, because I don't think it was good to promote that kind of thing. Like that was a good thing to be doing. And if he did drink that much, he would have been on the ground and me and Brendan both have difficulty reading, and Brendan was reading better than he ever did when he had drank 15 shots of vodka. I'm thinking, what? What? I mean, like everybody was noticing that. I mean, like we both have learning disabilities and with reading and all that, and he was reading perfect. I mean, he wasn't no confusion or no mixing up anything or anything like that. I need to lose weight. I can handle the eating 1,500 calories a day, but get bored exercising or walking. Has anyone lost weight without exercising? Well, you have to kind of find an exercise that you like, and like I'd recommend like if you do walk, get like some good music to listen to, like upbeat music. If you go to the gym, when the gym's open again and it's safe to go, you can put like stuff on the TV that you want to watch, if they'll let you change the channel, or play like a movie, and stuff to kind of help the time go by faster and that kind of stuff. Bill Moseley looks like Wet Movie 1. Not exactly. I mean, Wet Movie 1 looks more like the original Night Professor. What do you think of remakes? Well, I mean, some remakes are okay. You know what I mean? Like, it all kind of depends. As Told by Gonzo, thanks for the super chat. Yeah, thanks so much, As Told by Gonzo. And like I said, guys, I really appreciate the super chats. Thanks so much for them. A big help to the channel and the video. So thanks for guys for all the support. Really means so much. And thanks too for those of you guys who have become members of the channel. If you guys didn't see it, there's a button under there. It's like the join button. And anyone who becomes a member, it's basically just to help out the channel and the videos. But you can have like an avatar next to your name and all that kind of stuff. And there are like avatars that are related to the channel, so like the Coolduder hat, t-shirts, and all that kind of stuff as well. Let's see here, trying to make sure I don't miss anything. What are your thoughts on the new Grudge movie? Yeah, that one wasn't very good. I mean, it was watchable, but it really, like, I remember when my brother saw it in theaters, we're like, man, the only good thing in there was Lin Shaye. Have you ever made a movie? Have made a video on set of for one of your movies? Yeah, I have a playlist on the channel if you guys want to see. That was like all the like on set things. There are a lot of sets I've gone to where I haven't filmed it, but I, for the most part, film a lot of them. So there's like a playlist on there that's like on set vlogs. You guys can see some of the early ones, like going to do Sasquatch Assault, which was like the first movie that we did, and a couple other ones. But yeah, there's definitely a couple things like that to look at. Is there any way that we could set up a fan meetup over Skype and have a more face-to-face version of your Q&A? I don't know how we would do that. I know you could do it during, Zoom. If I had like a Zoom link, it was like a public, and I know I can record on Zoom, so maybe sometimes something like that. Let's see here. What do you think that doesn't need a remake? I don't know for sure what doesn't do, because like anything doesn't technically need it. Do you like olives? I eat mainly black olives. I eat some green olives sometimes. The one type I used to like that they don't sell at all out here for some reason is the olives that have the onions in them. I don't know why. They're not sold at all in California, or at least you can't find them easily. Have you seen the Child's Play remake? Yeah, I actually liked it. I mean, maybe I like it more because I like Aubrey Plaza, so it made it kind of watchable. Man, you truly have a heart of gold. Your success in the business. Did you guys move to California by chance, or was it closer for your career? No, I didn't move out here for that. It helps to be out here, but I mainly just came out here just because we really wanted a change, and we would always come out here too for Comic-Con, and always really liked here. So that was kind of what encouraged us to move out here. You're not friends with Wet Movie 1 anymore? I mean, listen, I talk to Wet Movie. We'll talk occasionally, but he does a lot of negative talking and sort of put downs at me that I know that are at me, and I don't like it. I don't like when he's talking so much crap lately about the indie horror movies, and he's saying like they're crap, and he was like on this live thing he did on Instagram, and he was talking to somebody that is going to be acting in a project that I'm involved in, and he was saying, well, Betty, don't expect it to do anything for you. Sometimes people talk movies up, and don't expect it. They make a lot of big promises, Betty, and just don't think it's going to lead to anything. And I'm thinking, man, when I was first starting out acting, how excited I was, and it kind of him saying that was like putting it down for somebody, and it's like I know why Brendan's doing that. It's because I'm not involving him in the movies anymore. But that's because he would go to the set and he'd be in the background like making like beat off motions and inappropriate stuff, and I'm like, I'm not bringing somebody like that to the set that's going to act like that. I mean, you guys see how he acts. Especially if he's not the star of the show, um, he acts up. So it's rough, I'll tell you. Man, let's see here. Favorite Vincent Price movie. I know he's only in it for a small part, but I always love him in Edward Scissorhands. Thoughts on the? It's okay to drink. Is it okay to drink diet soda on a diet? And there's like mixed things that people say that it's not good. Sometimes you have a harder time losing weight with it. But like if you have like one or so a day, if you like need it for the caffeine, I don't think it's terrible. Trans fat, saturated fat, sodium, all bad. Yeah, all those things are bad as well. Seen Basket Case 2 and 3. Yeah, both of those ones are fun movies. Do you still buy DVDs? Yeah, I always. I mean, like I don't. If it's a movie that's on Blu-ray, I would buy the Blu-ray or get the 4K or something. But when it comes to DVDs, if it's only available on DVD, yeah, I get that. I would get them all the time. Or any books you've read you think would make an amazing movie? Yeah, that's the thing with me. I don't really read that many books, so I don't know too much about books. Honestly, I've always been like a real visual person, never really been too much reading. You ever inviting Wet Movie to tour? I don't know what kind of tour. Do you like MOD Blu-rays and DVDs? I mean, I'm glad there's a way to still get, with certain things that wouldn't have a Blu-ray or DVD. I'm really glad to at least be able to have a physical copy of it. So yeah, I totally don't mind burn on demand Blu-rays and DVDs. You like horror movies or funny movies? Mainly, I love watching horror films. But sometimes you're like not in the mood for a horror movie. You want to watch something funny. So yeah, there's a lot of times I'm much more in the mood for like a comedy and that kind of stuff. Play the Rocky IV soundtrack. Get you motivated. Trust me, it's a great soundtrack. When I lifted weights, I got some of the best workouts ever. Yeah, music really helps with all that kind of stuff. Coolduder need to do a live stream and talk horror. Um, let's see here. Uh, why can't Walmart put movies? Why you? Why can't Walmart put back movies when Walmart releases the actual date? Release the movie, but resell them again. I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean. You're the best YouTuber with info on movies. Give me ideas on what to watch. Yeah, thank you. I try to with my videos. It's all about trying to bring attention to things and bring attention to lesser known movies and things that people don't know about and all that kind of stuff. Because I feel like there's a lot of the stuff that I talk about, some of the more obscure movies, there's not too many people talking about them. And I try to bring attention to that kind of stuff and all those kind of things. Can we see you with your hair without your hat? Well, I've done hair hair hat removals on here for super chats. That's how people have done take off the hat. It's like I'm on like a campsite or something. Take your hat off. Everybody has a thing about the hat. Why can't I talk about that? Let's see here. Do you think Screen Archives will be re-releasing Twilight Times out of print titles now that they've acquired them? Yeah, Screen Archives bought Twilight Time. They were the main company that like distributed their things, but yeah, maybe we'll see them continue on, releasing older ones again, like some of the popular ones if they can get the permission for them and everything, or the rights to them. We gotta stop talking about Wet Movie and ain't worth it. No, yeah, it's not worth talking about it. He kind of what he did now with the drinking video and whatever was going on. It's kind of like he needs to make his own bed with that one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just glad I that's like something I would never do. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Have you ever watched the movie Rubber? If so, what you think about it? The Killer Tire movie. That's a very fun movie. Let's see here. Make sure it's something about. We gotta talk about that. Indie horror films rule. I prefer those more than most of the mainstream ones. Yeah, when it comes to horror movies, though, mainstream ones, there's not that many big ones that come out. When you really think about it, there's a few, but I feel like 95% of horror movies are direct to video or direct to on demand streaming and VOD and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I said like they're all kind of together in a weird way, especially in the horror world. Most people know each other. It's like a weird thing. That's why I'm really lucky with like since I review a lot of horror movies, a lot of times if I've talked to directors who make indie movies or even some of the slightly bigger ones, they've seen my videos, or a lot of them have. So it's a really lucky thing that it works out like that. So because I've met a lot of people, that way from that way. Let's see. Do you ever watch? I talked about that one. Um, how much are you making on YouTube, and is it your only job? Well, the main thing, like I said, is what I can't say the exact amount, but like you guys are a big help with the super chats, like that kind of stuff really is a big help, and those of you guys who have joined the channel, all that kind of stuff is a big help. But I mainly the money I make is through YouTube, and then through like the AdSense, which is up and down with that kind of stuff, and then through the indie horror acting, I make money that way as well. How much is super chat to spin around in your chair 10 times? I don't know if you wanted Anna. If you want to do a super chat of me spinning around this chair, I think I could spin around this chair. I guess like really fast or something like that. What we had the worst CGI? Probably Langoliers. That one really did not have great CGI. When I think about that one, the Split movie review you did was classic. No, I really liked that one. I was really upset that a certain person was really upset with it, because I was really proud of that. And I thought like I don't like the character that I did in that Split one. I love that character. That like that character to me is like gold. And there was like so much that could be done. You know what I mean? Like now that character could be out defying rules and hanging with friends. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, there's so much material for that character. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, I mean, there's just so much like stuff. And to me, it's, I don't know. For the amount of horror movies you watched and how extreme some of them are can get, has there been any scenes that were physically disturbing to you to watch? I remember Martyrs. That movie really did kind of. I mean, it didn't kind of really bothered me. That it was like intense, and like those movies that are like violence towards women. Those are always kind of hard to watch. Like those ones that are really like seem realistic, super realistic. Thoughts on collaborating with Angry Video Game Nerd? If Angry Video Game Nerd ever wanted to do something with me, I don't know if he's ever seen my videos or not. I feel like he might have, since he likes collecting physical media as well. Do you know Joe and Rob from Urban Ghost Exploration on YouTube? No, I've never seen their videos. Do you prefer getting your cheeks clapped? um, let's see here. They were filming the new. Trying to make sure. Let's see. Who is your favorite director of all time? Um, I think I would say like the most amount of movies that I've liked is probably Tim Burton. I've always really liked his movies. They're filming the new series of Doctor Who near me where I live. If I were to go, if they were filming a movie near you, would you go to watch the filming? I've never really watched like a filming. Like I know though how much it kind of drives some of them crazy. Like when you're filming, like because I've seen sometimes if you're shooting, if they're in the wrong spot and stuff like that. But in my area, they don't really shoot too much like right here, at least not that I'm aware of. I mean, they did shoot like Top Gun and stuff years back. Have you seen Bulletproof series? I think I saw that. Not really films are getting released. It's sad. Not many films are getting released. It's sad. Sean, can you tell me how I can order a copy of The Boys Next Door with Charlie Sheen? Oh, that came out from Severin. Severin Films, so you could definitely get that from Severin Films website. I wish John Carpenter would make another film. I know another horror film. I think there's been talks about him doing another movie. I don't know if it will ever happen though. I'd love to see it though. Someone said $1 to spin in your chair. Yeah, if anybody wants a super chat of me spinning around a chair, but I don't know if there's much to come of that. See me spin around. Maybe spinning around my chair with the hat off, or the hat flies off when I spin around the chair. Let's see here. And any of you guys who've come on, I'll be on here now for probably like 40 more minutes. So if you guys have any super chat questions, feel free to leave any of those ones. And like I said, thanks so much for the support on the channel with the videos. Really big help. And also, if you guys are interested too, there's the join button on this video. And it's under all the videos now, where you guys can become a member of the channel. And you get like an avatar next to your name. And they're like, Coolduder related avatars. Brendan Mitchell is one weird dude who needs to hang out in a stray jacket in a hallway in a nut house. How much? Sorry, I already talked about that. What do you think? I talked about worst CGI. I think I'm finally too getting caught up with the questions. Talked about the boy next door. Night of Something Strange and The Night Eats the World are two better modern zombie flicks. Yeah, Night of Something Strange was great. I don't know if I've seen Night Eats the World. I don't know if I've seen that one. Let's see here. Have you been to Canada? Good films made here. I would love to go to Canada, but no, I've never been there. What Way One has a raunchy style. He's kind of known for it. No, he likes to be cringy. So that's like kind of his thing. Like he gets like a lot like, more viewers and stuff if he does cringy. Who would win in a fight? Have you and Wet Movie gotten into a fight, an argument outside of YouTube? Not really like a big argument or something like that. How do you deal with a friend not being there for you when you need them the most? Well, I mean, like I know that I can relate to that with like the old friend of mine that I haven't gotten to talk to, and I would love to talk to him again. So like, yeah, it sucks. Like the thing is though, things come and go in your life. People come and go, and you kind of have to look at it like that. You know what I mean? Like things change, people kind of grow out of touch with people, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I do know what you mean though. It's a weird thing though. You kind of have to find a way to deal with it. And sometimes you can have certain things sort of set you off, and you remember things and all that kind of stuff. But it's always a weird thing though. Let's see. Jim Carrey, keep Woody Harrelson. What is the meaning of life? Like they said in Bill and Ted, every rose has a thorn. Um, you like horror movie or no? How many movies have you acted in altogether? I don't know. It's something like over 100, something like that. And like it all depends. Some of them are things where I've shot stuff for them, or some of them I've gone to set. But you can see like the whole list on IMDb. There's a couple ones that aren't on there yet, but for the most part, you can see most of them listed on there though. Um, let's see here. Sean, I often wonder what exactly qualifies as a horror film. Like, what exactly defines a film as horror? Like, Ghostbusters has ghosts and demons and scares, but people always say it's not horror. Yeah, well, Ghostbusters, you could kind of say it's like a comedy horror movie or like a dark comedy because it's got some like ghostly stuff. So I mean, it's I don't know. You could kind of it's kind of a mixture of all things. But like horror, like certain ones like slasher films, you're like, oh yeah, this is a horror movie. It's like a bunch of deaths. Like Scream is a horror movie. Like a haunted house movie is a horror movie. So like that kind of stuff. But then there are some that are kind of vague. Like you said, like with Ghostbusters, you could say it, you could in a way call it a horror movie, but not exactly. What's the best practical joke you played on somebody? Practical joke? I don't know if I've ever done any like really good practical jokes on anybody. I mean, not that I can think of. Um, I guess I'm kind of like plain Jane with certain things. I don't think I've really done a lot of practical jokes. And if I have, I kind of forgot about them. And probably in school, I did some weird ones. Have you seen Domestic Violence with John Travolta and the Hunted with Tommy Lee Jones? Domestic Violence, yeah, I remember seeing that John Travolta movie. I really liked that back in the day. That's a movie that it's interesting you hear it bring that up because I haven't heard anyone talk about that movie in forever. What do you think of the best scene in Captain America: Civil War? I need to watch that back again, Brian. I haven't watched that forever. Sean, what's your thoughts on Mike Tyson coming back? I didn't hear about that. That'd be cool. And I always like Mike Tyson too when he acts. Do you remember Tom Wyckoff from Shane Jensen days? Is he still about? Yeah, Tom Wyckoff comes and goes on YouTube. Sometimes he gets a channel and comes back again, all that kind of stuff. To be honest, when I watch your daily videos, you make me want to go to Walmart and purchase movies. Yeah, I feel like I should be like a spokesperson for Walmart, kind of like because I'm in there all the time and showing all their movies and all that kind of stuff. Do you like rare film Trading Mom? I think I remember Trading Mom. I think that was that a Disney Channel movie or something like that. And I see a $5 super chat on here, and it's from Anna. 10 spins in your chair, please. So I gotta like move this and spin around the chair for 10 times. I don't even think there's the room to do it. It's like see like right here because it's the desk. I think yeah I can kind of do it. 1, 2. Oh, see it's real tight. 3, 4. Oh 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, now, whew, and now a little dizzy. Well, thanks, Anna, for the $10 super chat. And that wasn't even very fast, but I can't go fast because there's not a lot of room to back up. But thanks, guys, who have been helping with the super chat. And like I said, a big help to the channel and everything. So I really appreciate the support. So thanks so much for you guys who have been donating super chat. And like I said, if you want me to do weird things in it like that, I guess I'll do that. Or any questions, or if you want to promote your YouTube channel or promote links to anything like that. To be honest with you, let's see here. Are we live? Yes, no, we're live. We're live here. Um, let's see here. if a ghost passes you, is that right? I don't know. Let's see here. What's Does it frustrate you when the politically correct attack a movie franchise like female James Bond? I don't mind if they change certain things up. You know what I mean? Like, but sometimes I feel like people get like offended by certain things a little more than they should sometimes. Like especially like with comedy. I feel like comedy films, like some of the best comedy films now are considered like offensive now, like 16 Candles and stuff like that. So it's weird to think that. And I see a $5 super chat here from As Told by Gonzo. Thanks so much, As Told by Gonzo, for your $5 super chat. Hey, Sean, me again. One more question. Have you ever wanted to attend a film festival like Sundance or South by Southwest? I think South by Southwest would be one of the ones that's fun to go to because they have a lot of music there as well. Like they have a lot of musical performances and that kind of stuff. But I would love to go to any of those. I have never been to any of them. Cannes would also be. I don't think I'd ever be anything that would be there because that's much more bigger movies. But to go to France, I would kind of be like Mr. Bean going there, like go around the beach and probably would make like a weird vlog in France. I don't know. I would love to go to anywhere in Europe or any of that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, a film festival would be really cool. I've never gone to any of those kind of things. So that would definitely be really cool to do. Let's see here. What do you think? What do you like to do outside of movies and YouTube? What are your little things in life that you enjoy? Um, the thing with me is like my whole life is movies. Like everything. Like I'm always thinking about it. Always like watching new things, watching things to review, thinking about working on new projects to act in, and all these kind of things. So it's like I don't have much else that I like besides movies. Or I was going to the movies all the time. I can't go to the movies now, but and I guess like the only other hobby I guess is like going to the gym. But like me, I just sort of feel like everything is movie related, so I don't really have too much other things. Sean, do you think wrestling is fake or stage? Well, I mean, I think it's pretty known that wrestling is not really fake, but it's like at least WWE is like because basically everyone in there is an actor. They're athletes as well, but they're have a lot of acting talent. So I think so. Any women talking to any women you talking to right now, Sean? Not really. I mean, mainly if I talk to women, it's been on like Instagram and stuff like that. Did you see Stranger Things at Netflix? I've seen a couple episodes of the first season, but I need to watch the whole show. Any sports you like playing or watching on TV? I don't really do much with sports, so I don't know much at all about sports. Did you see Life of Brian? Yeah, I believe I've seen all the Monty Python movies. Did you see the Jim Carrey video where he coughs on Trump? No, I didn't see that. Have you seen Death Valley from 1982 and the Buttercup Gang? I've not seen Buttercup Gang. Death Valley, though, that's great. That has the kid from Christmas Story in it. What's your favorite movie that you've acted in and shot stuff for? Acted in or shot stuff for? Um, well, probably, as I said, a lot of Ghost Quake is probably for acting. For something that I shot something for, um, I don't know what I would say is like the absolute top favorite one. There's been a lot of different ones though, but it's hard to say for sure though on favorite for something that I filmed something for. The one that's coming out called Wrestle Massacre, I think it's called. I filmed this really ridiculous stuff of me like playing like in like a bad soap opera show, and that was kind of fun because I'm like playing a woman in it, talking to her boyfriend and having an argument about something. So that one's kind of funny. I think that comes out in July from Wild Eye Releasings, I believe. How many times a week do you walk and how long? I walk 3 times a week, and I'm doing it. Usually, it takes me about 4 hours to do 10 miles. But we're going up and down hills and kind of all over the place. How do you keep track of movies so you don't buy 2 of them? I pretty much like a lot of times if I ever get confused if I have something, I end up looking it up, like doing a search on my YouTube channel. Because luckily enough, I review everything that I watch for the most part, or I buy in a store, so I kind of see it that way. Does Brendan look like he's gaining weight to you? I know that he has. I hope that he's able to get everything under control. Like, I don't wish anything against him for that. Like, I really want him to be successful with his weight loss and maintaining and dropping the weight and all that kind of stuff again. To jump on the bed. I did jump on the bed before, Anna, but thanks so much, Anna, for the $5 super chat. I guess I'll jump on the bed, Anna. You want me to jump on the bed? I can't jump too much because there's a fan up here and I'll knock myself out cold. So it's like, wow, oh, okay. Yeah, jump up on the bed. Oh, man. Well, thanks, Anna, though, for the $5 super chat, Anna. Favorite non-Argento Italian horror film. A non-Argento Italian horror film. I guess you would consider Faceless Italian horror film. That's a really good movie. Um, do you think humans will still be able to live together peacefully? I hope so. So next time you order food, pick me up a cheeseburger and some French fries and a chocolate milkshake. I don't know if the chocolate milkshake would last though. I think it would melt. Um, I used to, and those of you guys who are wondering, I'll be on here probably for like 35 more minutes or so, something like that. As close to 2 hours as I can get, but I haven't eaten any dinner yet because I did the walk and it's late. So, but I'll try and be on here for like 2 hours. So if you guys have any super chat questions, like I said, thanks so much to those of you who have donated. I really appreciate the support. So thanks so much and a big help to this channel and the videos. And I also have the join function on the channel as well. If you guys haven't seen that, it's a brand new thing where you guys can support the channel that way. And if you like chat, come in here in the chat, you have like a avatar next to you, which is like a Coolduder hat. And the longer you're a member, you get like different types of avatars. Like eventually, you move up to getting a Coolduder Blu-ray and all these different kind of things is like next to your name. And I believe they also are all next to your names as well when you leave a comment on the videos as well. What's what what thought on rare horror film? Welcome to Errol Beach horror film. Lawrence Harvey. I don't know if I've seen that one. And Midnight Ride, Mark Hamill's been released on DVD and Blu-ray. Just suck forever, Sean. I don't think I've seen those. Thanks for the answer, dude. Sean, I wonder why Brendan Mitchell doesn't drive a car, bumming a ride. Well, he doesn't have a license though. I don't know if he's ever really tried to get a license. I think he had something happen. I don't know, but he's never driven, from as far as I know. Nobody has more movies than me. Proof on my channel. I even have a storage locker for reels, DVDs, and Blu-ray. Well, that's really cool. Now I have to look on your channel. His channel is Krusty Panda. Do you have Steven Seagal movies? I have some. I'm not the biggest fan of Steven Seagal movies for some reason. Let's see here. Um, let's see. See so many messages posting thing a lot here. Laugh a lot Coolduder is fun. Yeah, thanks so much. I use a spreadsheet to keep track of my content. You need a spreadsheet once you hit 550K titles. Well, that's cool, Krusty Panda. You got 50,000 titles. That's amazing. What happened to canceled movie Baby's Kids Part 2 and John Hughes' National Lampoon Jaws 3 parody? I didn't know about that one. I didn't even know they were going to make a Baby's Kids 2. Baby's Kids, though, is a great animated movie that you never hear about much at all. Do you really like plays old video games? Um, oh yeah, he was asking about that game, the Sega Genesis game Haunting, featuring Poltergeist. Yeah, I always liked that movie. And it had, I mean, like that game called The Haunting from Sega. It had really great synth music. I never knew exactly what I was doing in that game though. It was one of those games where you just, certain games you kind of are pushing buttons. You're like, I don't know if this game's any good, but it's kind of cool music and stuff. How much to reenact the scene from the Greasy Strangle and tell the camera to check my cheeks? Reese Strangle. I don't know if I know that line. I know like the BS artist lines and those kind of ones, but I don't remember that particular line. And I know the other one in Greasy Strangle. It's like, when he's having sex with a woman for the first time, and he's like talking about if he doesn't know if he's doing it right. That one is a great line as well. Let's see, what's fine. Uh, I thought Sean was 6'4", 1980s dude. No, I'm 6'2". Have you seen the really rare film American Hot Wax from 1978 and Young Sherlock Holmes? No, I've never seen either of those ones. What time will you go to bed tonight? I don't even know. We're out. We have the weirdest hours ever. Like I'm up sometimes to like 6, 7 in the morning. I do have a whole bunch of stuff I have to do tomorrow. I have to go and like get some food and certain things, so I have to get up and stuff like that. But I sleep a regular amount of time. I just have really, really weird schedules. How much for Lulu to make an appearance? Well, Lulu's downstairs, and she can't really come up the steps too much because she's like older and stuff like that. How do I see the emotes? Oh yeah, if you want to see those emotes, I think if you look on the join thing, you can click them and you can look and see the emotes and all that kind of stuff. Maybe he's shrinking in his age. No, I don't think I've shrank in his old age. I've seen him at Comic-Con. I'm 6'2". Sean, you should make a video with Joe Martinez. He's about as many as you. Oh yeah, Joe Martinez is going to be doing an interview for a documentary that I'm working on. I'm part of, about physical media and that kind of stuff. It's 9:40 here in the UK. What time is it where you are? It's 1:42 a.m. here. Let's see. You should, Sean. It's let's see. Will you and Wet Movie ever hang out again? I don't think so, honestly. Sean, he thought likes Toxic Crusaders TV show, animated series, and Rude Dog and the Dweebs. No, yeah, Rude Dog and the Dweebs. I used to watch that all the time. I don't go to bed until 4 a.m. It's only 1:41. Hey Sean, don't Costco carry DVDs or Blu-rays? Yeah, Costco used to. They used to have DVDs and Blu-rays, but they don't at all anymore. They actually did have the last Star Wars movie like a month back, but that was the last time they actually had anything movie-wise, and they don't really have it. Faceless isn't Italian at all. I guess it has the same feeling. If for some reason I thought that was an Italian horror movie. I'm never good at picking like horror movies or names. I kind of need to like look at the collection and like look at stuff. Sometimes I'll do a video when I'm downstairs and I'll do it on my phone, a live one, and like do it in front of the movies, and then kind of like do stuff like that related to that stuff. The drive-through tapes are Jurassic. Please don't stop them. No, I'll definitely keep doing those. When I film myself when I go through the drive-throughs and all that kind of stuff. Robin Harris was a great comedian. Yeah, Robert Harris was great. Um, and he didn't even do the voice in that because he passed away. So Faison Love did the voice in the act because Robin Harris's stand up was in the beginning of Baby's Kids, but he didn't actually do the voice. Faces. Let's see. Have you seen Dennis the Menace, the Dinosaur Hunter? Yeah, there was a Dennis the Menace movie that not many people saw. There was like a TV movie about him having. There was like dinosaur bones in Mr. Wilson's yard. I used to like that as a little kid. And they also asked if I've seen Night Stalker from 1972 and the sequel Night Strangler. I remember seeing the DVDs of those ones when they were released, but I never saw those. Let's see. If you haven't already, you should check out the band Maiden Heights. I'll definitely check them out. I've not seen them one. What are your thoughts on forgotten films? Mystery Mansion, and The Eyes of a Stranger, early Jennifer Jason Leigh movies. Yeah, Mystery Mansion. I think I have a DVD. I think I have like a VHS of that one. I believe. Let's see here. If you haven't already, I talked about that one. Have you seen Alpha Kennedy Body? Alpha Kennedy Body? No, I don't know what that is. What Bruce Lee movie do you have? I don't have too many kung fu movies. I'm staying up and going for a walk at dawn. Do you like Femme Fatale, Brian De Palma, Dress to Kill, and Shadow of the Cat? My favorite Brian De Palma movie is Body Double, and then Blowout. Those are my favorite ones. But the other ones, though, I like them as well, but not as much as I love those ones. Another Marvel-related question: what do you think of stronger? What do you think is stronger? Antiquarium or Vivarium? I don't know what those are. What's your favorite movie you've seen in 2020? Well, there's not. I feel like 2020 is like a bad year for movies since like, everything isn't coming out. But like what I've seen recently, I really liked that movie, The Lodge. You can, if you guys have Hulu, you can watch that one off of Hulu. That was really good. Vivarium, that one was really good as well. And those wondering, I'll be on here for like a little less than 20 minutes. So if you guys have any last minute super chats, like I said, I'll be on here for 20 minutes. And thanks for the guys who have been helping out the channel with the super chats. I really appreciate the support. Also on here too, I have the join button as well if you guys would be interested in becoming a member of the channel. Let's see here. Did you see The Babysitters? 2017 with Samara Weaving. Yeah, I need to watch that one. I know I've seen some people too buying this bootleg DVD of it from some weird company that's like releasing a lot of Netflix movies on Blu-rays, and I'm thinking, like, man, I wish I sort of want to order those, but I'm like, well, I don't know if I really want to support bootlegs, but it would be kind of cool to have a physical copy of it. Hey, what's your favorite Bad News Bears movie franchise? My favorite sequel, Bad News Bears Breaking into Training, and Bad News Bears Go to Japan. I don't think I've ever watched the sequels. I've seen the remake and then the original one. Can you read some of the comments in your drive-through voice? Like the drive-through voice is like, hey guys, yeah, I'll take the taco. Have you ever seen Ernest Alpha? Kenny Body? Sean, do you think Target is a joke? Their slogan is pay less, get more. It should be pay more, get less. Do you agree? I guess that's kind of the voice. I kind of need to be in a drive-through to do it. Otherwise, it's kind of hard to do the drive-through voice. Have you seen Afraid of the Dark from 1991? I don't know if I've seen that, Afraid of the Dark from 1991. Let's see here. Have you been to New York? Yeah, I wish I went to New York more, but when I used to live in Maryland, I went there a couple different times. I don't think I ever filmed it though. I wasn't really doing videos at that point. Can you do an impression of Wet Me One? I did that a little earlier, but it's like, hey, buddy. Well, there's two different ones. There's, you know what, Betty? Betty, it's just too much, Betty. I'm trying here, Betty. I put water in the vodka, Betty, better, Betty. I put water in the vodka, Betty, bottle, Betty. I'm doing my best here, Betty. Why would I fake it, Betty? Why would I do it? But that's the one way. But then the other way, if Brendan's like really like in a rare form, and kind of like a sort of the more full of himself kind of way, it's like, you know what, Betty? I'm dealing with this, Betty. I didn't put any GD water in the vodka bottle, Betty. All right, Betty. So drop it. All right. Do you like Howard and Mar? Do you like Howard and Mar, Bud Cort, and Ruth Gordon? Yeah, I love the Howard and Mar. That's like a Howard and Mar Mall. That's an outstanding movie. Why do people ask you so much personal questions? I'm shaking my head. Well, I don't know. I don't really mind personal things, but sometimes things are kind of, weird. Certain things. Robin Harris used to live in the apartment my dad's owned in L.A. That's really cool. Are you ever angry? You look like you've never gotten angry or mad. Not, I mean, I try not to have like any anger kind of things. I mean, I feel like there's times I've been kind of upset about certain things, but I'm not really ever like really like crazy anger about anything. Do you remember Nightmare Cafe with Robert Englund? Yeah, I surprisingly remember watching that like when it was on TV for some reason. I saw like one or two episodes of that one. Have you hung out with Wet Me One recently? No, I haven't seen him in a long time. I think the last time was at that convention, the NostalgiaCon. Have you seen Have you seen Quite Cool and How Hard to Find Life Scott Grimes zombie horror film? I don't know that Scott Grimes horror film, but I have seen but Quite Cool. I don't think I've seen either of those ones. Hey Sean, have a good evening. Any new Dollar Tree DVDs videos soon? Well, I did the one like a couple weeks back, but I haven't been back since because I don't think that I'll go whenever they get the next batch though. Um, let's see here. Do you think the rare film Murder by Phone, Richard Chamberlain and Horror, Slaughterhouse, and Skeeter? I don't have any of those ones. Drive-through voice rules. Well, thank you. Um, Shrimpy. Someone said drive-through voice Shrimpy. Shrimpy. Sean, do you think Brendan Mitchell is a nutcase or is he trying to get attention? No, I don't think he's a nutcase. I think he just does certain things to try and, it's like an attention sort of thing. Have you seen the Anchor Bay Rare DVD TV movie, Drew Barrymore, the Amy Fisher story, Amy Fisher and Flesh and Bone? Um, I've seen Amy Fisher on TV, but I never saw the DVD in person though. Did you see I'm Still Waiting for Lover's Lane? I think that is one with Anna Faris films. Yeah, there's a DVD of that one. It might be out of print, but I do remember there is a DVD of that one. And I finally am caught up with the questions now, finally. Can you do the Cinestalker impression? The Cinestalker one. Yeah, I have to think about that one. I need to be in for me with the impressions and stuff too. I need to be in the makeup and the looks and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of hard to do it. You would say he's like, yeah. What the heck? I'm trying not to say bad words in here anymore because YouTube doesn't like it with certain things. But it's like, yeah. Whoa, man, have you seen my spicy meatball here? Ooh, yeah, ain't she pretty? That kind of thing. And then Fluffy Gamer was like, me, you a boy, Fluffy Gamer. Why people never talk about Timothy Hutton and Laura Flynn Boyle, Faye Dunaway, crazy horror film The Temp, and Switchback, Dennis Quaid and Danny Glover about serial killers. I've never seen either of those ones. Have you seen Wicked? Have you seen Wicked from 1973 and Unfaithfully Yours? I've heard of Unfaithfully Yours, but I've never seen those ones. I had a shirt of Baby's Kids for years. That's cool. I adore you, #1 fan. Thanks so much. Pee-wee's Classic. No, I totally agree. Have you seen the movie Stakeout with Emilio Estevez? Yeah, I've seen both those movies. Are really fun films. When you give Lulu chicken, do you give her the skin? My dog eats and gets the runs for the grease. No, my dad like picks apart the chicken that Lulu gets, takes off all the skin, cuts into little pieces, and she's real persnickety with eating. She likes to have the food fed to her, like so you have to like feed her piece by piece and all that kind of stuff. So she's real like she eats fine, but she's real like specific on how she eats and everything like that. Would you ever let wet one sleep at your house? Oh, yeah, he's done that before. He did that years back when I first moved out here. He lived out here. I mean, he came out here some and stayed at the house. Sean, are you doing the 5K? Are they doing 5K HD smart DVDs now? I don't know if I've heard anything about that. I don't know if there's going to be like, from what I heard, I think 4K is going to be the last physical format, and then it's gonna, because I mean, there's 8K is going to be like the next thing, but I don't think there'll ever be like an 8K player from like what I've heard. I love eight. I love Faithfully Yours, Alex Thiel, great comedy. Sean, would you ever talk about that one? What's 2 plus 2 is 4? How do you stay motivated to stay in shape? Well, I just kind of like I just know what I lost, and I know the weight that I lost, and I know I don't ever want to go back to being as heavy as I was. So that's pretty much mainly what I do. Um, have you ever got to work with Clint Howard? Yeah, there's a Clint Howard movie called Hell of the Living Dead, I believe is what it's called. It's a movie that's directed by Dustin Ferguson, and in the movie, though, we haven't shot it yet, but whenever we film it, there'll be a scene in there with me and Clint Howard together, so that'll be really cool. So I definitely looking forward to that. Have you seen Love Stick, Dudley Moore movie, and Breakin' 2? I've never seen Breakin' 2. I've heard about them forever, but never have watched them. Love Stick, though, I've not seen that one. Your favorite food? Probably like Mexican food, probably, I would say. What do you mean you don't eat meat? I can make lamb then. I used to eat meat some. I haven't eaten meat in a long time now. Do you watch any Netflix original movies? I want to watch the new one on there that everyone's talking about, the David Spade movie, but I haven't watched anything new in a while though. I've also heard another one on there. It's really good. Is a movie called The Platform. Sean, do you think we were ever open up? They will ever open up Golden Corral again? Buffet with the coronavirus around. Yeah, buffets are hard to open right now because the place called Soup Plantation out here. And there's also some of them in Florida. I think some of them are called Sweet Tomatoes in other states. And they ended up deciding to close the whole business for good and never open again because they don't know how to do it. I think if they did it, they would have to like serve all the food to everybody, and you wouldn't be able to do it yourself. So, and that's kind of defeats the purpose of a buffet, because kind of you like to pick your own things and all that. So if somebody else is picking the food for you, you never know if they're gonna do it the way you want it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird. So I don't know. I hope they can open again. They might require people to wear gloves or something, but I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what they do and how it can happen. Um, let's see. Did you see the rare TV film Nightmare on the 13th Floor? And I'm Dangerous Tonight, Anthony Perkins by Toby Hooper. I've never seen either of those ones. Sean, if you didn't know, Anturium is what Wolverine's claws and his skeleton is made of, and Vibarium is what Black Panther's suit is made of. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did not know what those were. Uh, Mike Tyson versus David Tusla, Las Vegas in June. That I didn't. I said I didn't know Mike Tyson was coming back again. Do you have a cheat meal day? Sometimes if I like a cheat meal, I guess. Sometimes I get like yogurt, but I kind of plan out the calories for when I have it though. Have you seen Uncut Gems? It was great. No, Uncut Gems was amazing. Like, I absolutely love that movie. And I'll be on here, guys, for about 9 more minutes. So if you guys have any last minute super chat questions, like I said, I'll be on here for 9 more minutes. Also, check out the link to below the video too for the join function on the channel. You guys can find out about how to join the channel, and then you get like avatars next to the chat as well on there. So let's see here. Like I said, I think I've done a bit better tonight with keeping up with the questions. So sometimes I get so behind, and I think I've gotten caught up better today than this evening. Sean, if you don't eat meat really, can you tell us what you eat on a typical day? Well, I eat anything like vegetarian stuff. So I get veggie burgers and lots of vegetables, and like soba noodle kind of things, and pho and all that kind of stuff. Buy all Jackie Chan Blu-rays. I have some Jackie Chan movies. I don't have a ton of them though. Isn't platform a subtitle movie? Sometimes they are a deal breaker for me. From what I heard though, I don't think it is. I think it's in English. I think. Have you seen Deadly Friend and Dream Lover? 1986, Christy McNichol. I've never seen Dream Lover, but I have seen Deadly Friend. Deadly Friend is a great movie. That's one I absolutely love that film. And it's one of those Wes Craven movies that for some reason you never really hear people talk about. It's like such an underrated movie. Is clam chowder meat? Well, I eat some fish. That's the only kind of meat that I do eat. Is I eat like shrimp. That's the only thing. Do you like Scream for Help? horror film, crazy stepfather film, Big Shot. Crazy stepfather film, Big Shot. Have I seen Scream for Help? I don't know if I've seen that one. Heard you like Mexican girls and Asian girls. Is that true, Sean? That's a favorite combo. Yeah, Latino girls, Asian girls has always been like my fight forever. Especially Latino girls, like as far as I can remember. Wetbury on his last video, he seemed very sad. He couldn't find his Blu-ray grease. Blu-ray grease? I mean, you mean Blu-ray case? What are your thoughts on the Vampire in Brooklyn and the Golden Child? I don't think I've ever watched Golden Child, but Vampire in Brooklyn though, that's a really fun, another Western one you don't hear about too much. Do you like Ryan's Buffet restaurant and CC's Pizza? I've been to Ryan's Buffet like twice. I went to one when I was in Kentucky, doing that movie The Lashman, and then I think when I was driving cross country with MJ, I went to it, and it was pretty good. It was a lot like Golden Corral, or one of those ones. CC's Pizza though, there's not really any really close to me. I went to one a lot in Florida, but CC's Pizza is not bad if you like pizza because it's basically 90% pizza, and they have a couple of other little things, but it's mainly if you want like a buffet of pizza though. And like I said, I'll be on here now for like a little over 5 more minutes though. Have you seen Wes Craven's Red Eye and the Manitou and Superstition? I know I reviewed Superstition and Manitou. Manitou I thought was okay. Superstition though I liked a lot. I did like though what was the other one that I liked? Let me see. What was the other one you were asking about? The Manitou, Wes Craven, Red Eye. Red Eye is the Wes Craven movie. Yeah, you don't hear about Red Eye very much, and that's never had a Blu-ray release either. But that's a great movie, and it was a very different movie for Wes Craven. Let's see, Platform is in Spanish, but I think there's a dubbed option. Oh, I guess there's a dubbed option of it on there. I didn't even notice that because I think my dad said he watched it and he said it was in English, so maybe it automatically plays it plays in English. I'm getting the Zombie and Maniac 4K. Why are they more expensive than normal 4K movies? I don't know. I didn't see what the prices were on them. I did get them to review, and I was watching Zombie last night. It does look really good though on 4K. But yeah, I didn't know what the prices were on it. You need a good fat juicy burger. Well, I like veggie burgers honestly. Like I don't even have an interest in like meat ground. Like I haven't actually eaten ground beef since 2014, so it's been forever since I've had ground beef. Do you find a lot of girls sliding your B in your DMs since becoming internet famous? Every so often, there's been like a couple people, but not tons. But there have been some. Have a good night, good morning, wherever it is where you are. Stay safe out there. Well, thanks so much for coming on, Gary, to the talk. Like I said, I'll be on here now for 5 more minutes. So if you guys have any last-minute questions or last-minute super chats, like I said, only 5 more minutes on here. Someone said, did Lashman ever get released? It's done. I hope Cameron Caslin finally puts it out sometime. I really would like people to see it. I really hope so. Sean married a Mexican girl. They were always down to marry American white males, but go to Mexico and get one. They are loyal. I'm not really interested in getting married though. Like that's not really an interest to me, is being married. Like I could never see myself married. Can you do what I eat in a day video? I'd like to get some inspiration for being a vegetarian myself. Yeah, maybe I could do something like that sometime. Like a a week in the life or something like that, showing the food related stuff. Can you laugh like Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons? No, that's not a voice I can do. Sean, have you ever let's see here. Have you seen The Chosen, Kirk Douglas, and Linda Blair, Hell Night? I believe I reviewed Chosen. Hell Night, though, that's a great Linda Blair movie. Right on, bro, you're awesome. Sean, Sean, what's the best brand of veggie burger? I don't get a lot of frozen ones. Like, where do I get veggie burgers that are good? Like, there's one place called, I'm trying to remember where I get veggie burgers. I don't get them that often. The Counter was one that used to have them. I don't think they're open anymore. I honestly can't remember. I don't. I'm really tired too. I think I'm really pooped out. I did this after the walk, and the walk really crapped me out today. And I also went to the market beforehand, so I'm kind of like, ugh, I'm a little crapped out. So I can't think right now. Sean, you should direct your own action movie and kick Wetway 1. No, I don't think I'd know how to direct an action movie though, because I don't see enough of them to do it. Do you think the 4K HDR is bad for your eyes? I mean, with 4K though, it's really bright. You know what I mean? So I mean, that's the only thing. I mean, so maybe the brightness could be bad for you. So I see a $2 super chat here from Stumpton and Down. Thanks so much, though, Stumpton and Down, for your $2 super chat. And he said favorite movie poster art. Like I like those some of my favorite posters are those ones that are like the drawn ones for like something like Detroit Rock City, when and the ones where you see like the whole cast in there, like everybody from the movie, even small side characters and stuff like that. I love those kind of things. So Detroit Rock City, that's one I always like. That the drawn version of that they didn't use for not for um, Nothing But Trouble. That's a really good one. Trying to think of some other really good ones. National Lampoon's Vacation had a really good drawing cover that I really like that one as well. What type of music do you listen to? A lot of synth music, like synth pop stuff, like Churches, Grimes, all that kind of stuff. What Marvel hero do you relate to the most? I feel like out of all the superhero heroes in the Marvel world, probably Spider-Man. I like a lot the most. But like when it comes to like other superheroes, definitely Batman. I think Batman's like probably my favorite one. Open 24 Hours trailer 2008 horror movie. Waiting for this one, never came out. Open 24 Hours. I need to look that one up. Vegemite sandwiches are great in the land down under. No, I've never tried Vegemite. I've heard about that so many times, but I've never actually tasted that. So this would probably be the last one because I'm just about 2 hours now. Sean, when you go to Walmart this Tuesday, I want you to grab the movies and open them up in the store. Well, you couldn't do that. They probably skirt me out of there. Have you seen Lords of Chaos? I still need to watch it. Yeah, Lords of Chaos. Definitely would recommend you guys check that out. That was an absolutely outstanding movie. Um, Open 24 Hours. Yeah, someone said that about Open 24 Hours again. But yeah, I need to definitely watch that one. Did you watch Glass House in 2002, in 2001, and Hit List in '89? I've not watched Hit List, but Glass House, that was a very good movie. Favorite Star Wars movie and why? Probably Return of the Jedi. Because I like Jabba the Hutt character. I also really like the Ewoks because as a kid, I really used to always watch the Ewok adventure movies, so I always really loved those ones. So for some reason, to me, that's what I would say is my favorite, The Return of the Jedi. So anyway, though, guys, I've been on here now for 2 hours. Thanks so much, guys, if you've come on here. And like I said, too, after this stream, definitely check out the below, and you guys can find out about joining the channel. And you guys can see like the avatars and how all that stuff works. And thanks, like I said, too, for those of you guys who have joined the channel and all the support. And thanks, guys, for watching. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.